The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Hey.
Why?
Let's go!
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for.
Ah!
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers.
You pig!
Damn it! Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life.
Sport!
Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to our humble abode, the Thunderdome, on this Masters of Golf Eve, Wednesday, April 10th, 2024. This sports program starts now.
Sports
are awesome, and there's a couple voices, obviously, in the microphone that are lighting up the Thunderdome. The Masters of Golf starts tomorrow. The par 3 tourney is today. Now, it does not start being broadcasted till like 2 or 2:30, but ESPN is just pumping feeds of that par 3 thing into our computer studios. So there's a chance that we maybe get a little glimpse at this par 3 tourney before everybody else. Obviously, good family environment, good atmosphere as we launch into a Masters weekend that is going to be fantastic. Not only Masters in golf taking place, there's the NBA taking place as we have microphones on in the back. I think we probably need to turn those off if I had to guess going forward, even though your voices sound phenomenal back there. NBA has big news coming out of it. NHL has big news coming out of it. Sports are fantastic, and the NFL will always have shit popping off, especially as we sit about 2 weeks out from the NFL draft. The Talks Table was here at Boston Connor, at Ty Schmidt. Another hoodie on day. Don't want to showcase the t-shirt. People saying you're getting real soft.
No, this is actually my favorite shirt, to be completely honest. It is just a little brick in here, but that's fine because it is Masters Eve. Can't wait for the weekend. It's going to be a great weekend of sports.
We'll be off tomorrow and Friday. We are bummed out about it.
Yeah.
We are very bummed out about it, but this is a decision that was made strictly off of what happened with March Madness, where whenever things like this are happening during the day, like for instance, Tiger Woods is scheduled to tee off tomorrow at 12:30.
Exactly.
Okay, so he's teeing off at 12:30. Our show normally starts at noon. It's like we want to watch Tiger Woods in the Masters of Golf, just like we want to watch March Madness. So why are we talking over it, especially when ESPN is one broadcasting it? So we'll have a Masters Thursday and Friday, and then Overreaction Monday should be absurd.
Yeah.
One half of the Hammer, Dahn. Cowboys, Tone Diggs is your Tone. I see a new photo added to the desk right next to the Pittsburgh Steelers helmet on the outside there. I believe that's a beautiful baby and yourself.
Oh, these, yeah.
Yeah, what's that?
I got this for Valentine's Day from my wife. It's a bunch of pictures of me and my daughter.
Oh,
hell yeah.
Well, you've had it up there since Valentine's Day, obviously. It's
Just
my
behind the helmet.
Okay, now we're making it shine a little bit.
I think it was accidentally moved out.
Oh, you didn't want me? Well, you didn't want us to see it.
Oh, no, I don't care. Look, it says my forever Valentine, Dada.
Oh,
Tony.
So it's all about.
That is what it's all about. I got to see baby girl.
Best.
Since I was in Philadelphia for 4 months.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like.
Yeah.
This weekend for Wrestlemania.
It did.
It was nice to get back. I'll tell you, whenever a little creature recognizes you and is just like so pumped up about it, there's no feeling like that.
Unbelievable.
Legitimately, it is insane. Can't wait to get back and hang out with her tomorrow and Friday all weekend. It should be beautiful. Joining us once again in the Thunderdome is a man who's always dressed incredibly fresh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he might have got this at DSG.
Could have.
Might have got this at Dick's Sporting.
Yeah.
You know what? No, I didn't.
Ladies and gentlemen, Darius.
I mean, you could have said you didn't.
Just said
I gotta lie.
This hour is brought to you by Dick's House of Sport. No longer just Dick's.
No.
It's a Dick's House of Sport. You should go check them out. It's a to-do. It's a to-do. You go into Dick's, there's shit everywhere. There's things to do. There's sites. There's, opportunities to maybe find a new bat, a batting cage. You go putt over here. You do. Shout out to Dick's House of Sport. Still killing it.
That's the big.
And evolving. Not just resting on their yawnies. Evolving, becoming better. That is incredible. That dude that's in the corner right there, in his house, Dick's House of Sport, the Watt fella. He'll be joining us in about 10 minutes or so.
Okay.
Yeah, can't wait to chat with him. Also joining us, 14-year NFL vet, Universal record signed rapper, ladies and gentlemen, Pac-Man Jones. Pac, I see you over there, SOB, pal. I see you over there, SOB. Great to see you every time we get a chance to catch up. Your vibes are fantastic. How was the weekend? I know you took the family on a vacation down to Orlando.
Weekend was unbelievable. I had a chance to go to a place called Evermore, first time being there, and it was everything that we thought it would be.
It was awesome.
It was. The kids had an unbelievable spring break. It was good. Some just one-on-one time.
That is fantastic. Happy to hear that. How's Modern Day doing? We still
Modern Day doing? They balling. You know, it's 7-on-7 time right now.
And Chris Henry Jr. is just
getting bigger and bigger.
Okay, so taller.
Bigger.
Oh, he's getting more jock.
Yeah.
He's getting more jock. How is he over there? You know, because obviously massive fish in the pond that is Cincinnati. He goes to Mater Day, which I think where a lot of people go. It's like prep school almost for professionals. How's he doing? Is he still dominant?
He's still the big fish.
That baby.
Still the big fish.
That baby, Junior. Go. Can't wait to watch you continue to grow. Big news in the NFL. Jacksonville Jaguars. Been kind of a roller coaster.
Yes.
Big
Kind
time.
of a roller
Well said.
coaster.
Big time.
A lot of hopes. The Con Pool Paradise down there is home to a team that is capable of going on a run in a very stacked AFC. Could this team win a Super Bowl? Trevor Lawrence is back to form. Trevor's playing great.
Whoa.
We signed guys. We're investing in the team. Doug Peterson's so cool with his visor.
the hair.
The weather, the fans are excited. It was once clown time. Now it's like we're legit time. Then Trevor Lawrence gets hurt. Things seem to go the opposite direction. They start to kind of fall apart. The Houston Texans become the new shiny object in the AFC South. And the Jags are now stuck in a spot of like, what the hell are we going to do? Well, somebody that's been there predating from Clown Town all the way to High Expectations time down there at Con's Pool Paradise. Josh Allen signs a 5-year, $88 million guaranteed deal, $150 million in total contract. Congratulations, Josh Allen. He's been a staple down there, and obviously years back, you know, when Josh Allen of the Bills wasn't playing against Josh Allen of the Jags, there was a full, Josh Allen, crime! They were doing that entire thing, but he's just been a quiet assassin for this Jacksonville Jaguars team. Last year was a monster year for him. Now he signs a massive $80-some million guaranteed deal. Josh Allen's a stud. The Jacksonville Jaguars realize that, keep him around. Pac, I know you're a big fan.
I love it. He's a game changer. When you see this guy on the field, he changes the game. I think he had 17 and a half sacks last year. He's a dog. Every time you turn on the film, you see 41 flying around and making plays.
$88 million, $150 total at this stage of the offseason. Good for him, D. But sucks, you know, for the Colts. Seems like everybody around the Colts is spending big money on great players, but this is a massive keep for the Jags.
Yeah, this is great for him. Obviously, when you got a franchise, you want to figure out some key premium positions. DN is definitely one of them. Probably right after the quarterback. I think some big question marks going to the next season with, Lawrence back there, quarterback. You signed. Drafted Walker, #1 overall a couple years ago.
Ridley.
On the other side, lost Ridley. But you figure out offensive tackle and those pass rushers, along with that quarterback, you're in a good spot.
Yeah, and I think the Jags have obviously been a team that shows a lot of promise. You lose Calvin Ridley. What's that mean? He was obviously very deserving of the massive contract that the Titans gave him.
Yeah, what the
and
hell?
the AFC South. You know, that's another move that'll certainly make Colts fans go, what's going on around here? But Josh Allen stays down there. Hopefully they'll be able to go on a run. The good news for the Indianapolis Colts is we have a very mobile quarterback who's back throwing. I don't know if you guys saw this.
Yeah.
The AFC South is cooking. Yeah. Anthony Richardson's back on a football field, flicking the wrist, spinning it 85 yards. Now, what I like most about this video, after recovering from a shoulder surgery that ended his rookie campaign very early. Now, very early means like week 5. But what happened in his first 5 weeks? Electricity. This dude scored touchdowns throwing, scored touchdowns running. I think he has an NFL record for most amount of consecutive games to start your career with a passing touchdown and a rushing touchdown. He has all the physical traits on earth. Looks sweet in a tank top. Looks sweet in a tank top. Has a great celebration with a tornado spike pretty much afterwards. All we need him to do, though, is this, D-Butt. You see what he's doing? Dropping back and throwing it. Let's just go ahead and continue to only exercise these particular muscles.
No, absolutely not.
I know,
that's not what we drafted him for. You see how he's built. He's built like a creative player, and obviously you want him to continue to throw the ball and continue to evolve. But the story of his career has been so far is like, hey, dynamic in small phases. Can he do it long term? That's what we need to see.
Yes, AFC South are becoming an absolute wrecking ball. Look out, C.J. Stroud, what are they doing? They're getting better. Jacksonville Jaguars, they signed their best player on defense. Now they lose, I don't know what's going on. Excited to see what they do.
Yeah.
Tennessee Titans seemingly have a vision for the future, and then obviously the Indianapolis Colts are still sitting at the top of the mountain like they have every single offseason since the beginning of time.
They're probably like halfway up the mountain, and unfortunately that might be where their peak is. There's nothing wrong with
There's
that.
no plateaus on the AFC South mountain.
Basically, rookie year next year.
Yeah, there's a chance.
Yeah.
Absolutely. There's 30.
Comeback player of the year.
Great coach.
Comeback player of the year. Absolutely. The Titans, you said, I think they're plus 600, maybe plus 700 to win the division. If Will Levis is good, they are going to be unbelievable because you assume they draft franchise left tackle Joe Alt because that's kind of where most people, I think Kuiper has him going there, but I think most people do have them taking either him or the kid from Penn State, Olu. But also with Ridley, D-Hop, are they the best kind of core, at least in Tennessee, on the offensive side with their wide receivers? Yeah, they bring in Tony Pollard. You assume Pete Skoronski from Northwestern, who they moved to guard last year. Maybe he kind of gets settled and comfortable in that position. Like the Titans might be that team that was the Texans last year. You know, that there's no way they're good. They're kind of the bottom of the AFC South. You know, the Jags, they give Josh Allen a huge deal. They bring in Eric Armstead, Gabe Davis. The Colts obviously bring in all these studs. Just kidding. They just re-signed their studs.
Studs.
Also cool.
That's all I heard.
Also cool.
Keep the boys together.
But remember, whenever we're talking about the Texans and they could be the next Texans,
For
the
sure.
Texans had to go through like a decade and a half of dumpster.
True.
You know, the Titans, I don't think they've ever done that with Vrabes.
No.
They were always like exceeding expectations every single year. Their stadium falling apart. Whole place falling apart. They're still winning games. Most amount of guys going to IR in the entire, still the number one seed in the AFC somehow. So the Texans had to go through a lot of hard times, brother. We're talking hard times.
But kind of, it was what? When did the Texans with Deshaun Watson lose 24-0 to the Chiefs in the divisional? That was like 2018. Like they really did like.
It's 2024 already.
Yeah. So it was 3 years, 5 years, like
6 years. The whole thing, 5 years going into last year.
Yeah.
It's a long time though. That is a long time for a fan base to have to go through it. If the Tennessee Titans are able to just pick right up after firing Vrabel, which nobody really understood that new football, and they're able to just continue to roll on, good for Rand down there. Rand Carthon, and for the ownership that is going in a completely different direction while building a new stadium and everything about that. Speaking about the stadium, it doesn't get used if you lose a home game to an international game.
Yeah.
That's a big part of the business side of this entire thing that a lot of owners go, why is my team got to travel international? Then a lot of the other owners are, how come every other team's traveling but the Green Bay Packers? Well, Mark Murphy chit-chatted at the NFL owners meetings about why, the Green Bay Packers aren't necessarily the best option to have to travel internationally because of just, what's available to them around Green Bay, Wisconsin.
I think we'll obviously hear soon on that with the league. We're very supportive of international play.
Very.
The one issue with Green Bay though are the size of our airport and the size of our runway, and we want to make sure that we're not at a competitive disadvantage in terms of how long it's going to take us to get to Brazil. There's some thought that we might have to bus to Milwaukee and then fly.
Cannot do that.
Just some of those things. But and I anticipate probably within the week we'll find out.
Yeah. Well, you
so
do.
It's either us or Cleveland. If they choose us, we'll welcome it. I think it'd be exciting.
Schneidman.
Silence
first
it.
game ever in Brazil, and it'd be exciting. But want to make sure that we're some of those things are worked out.
Yeah, planes, trains, and automobiles. Is that what we want for us to have to get to a game when everybody else has the luxury of being able to take off on a runway that's long enough for their international plane to get up? We can't do that. That guy is Green Bay.
No.
We can. You need us to fly to California. We can get to California.
Easy.
You need us to fly down to Miami, which is shockingly far. Every time you do that flight, it is a lot further than you think it is. That son of a bitch is all the way into damn Caribbean. I mean, it is way down. You get on a plane to Miami, you're like, okay, it's got to be like, what, hour 15, hour 20 Florida? They're like 2.5, 2:45. It's like, where the hell is it? Oh, it's at the equator.
Yeah, it is.
Miami is actually down at the equator. Green Bay planes can get there.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, we can get to Miami. You're talking about Brazil, though. We're talking about everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't need these heavy planes to get down to Brazil. We can't do that. Well, turns out the NFL says we don't care. Here's Mark Murphy speaking just yesterday about whether or not they're going to kick off the season in Brazil.
Yeah, I think we're either the first or second most popular team in Brazil.
So
they like green and gold. I believe They're not really sure. I think New England might be ahead of us because of Tom Brady and Giselle.
Hell yeah.
Yikes.
I think that's a few years.
6 Super Bowls.
No, I think we're very popular there. I mean, it's, as we talked about, we're kind of the people's team. I think people really like the idea of a community-owned team, and with our history and tradition.
Is the drawback just from coaches are creatures of habit? They want to be able to just have regular weeks. Is that one of the drawbacks from a football perspective?
All this is filled to the very last sentence.
The logistics. I mean, the Philadelphia will just hop on a plane and go down, and we're not sure that we'll, exactly what we'll have to do to get to Brazil. Also, I mean, this is very important for the league. The Packers are very popular in Brazil. If we're chosen, we'll gladly go.
Okay, sounds like the Packers are going. All that the Philadelphia Eagles, they have big international airport. I guess they just hop on a plane for us. We don't know what we're going to do. I mean, hell. You ever heard horse and buggy getting to Brazil? I don't think so.
No, it'd be tough.
I don't think anybody's ever wanted that to take place. That's what we got to figure out. And then that last sentence was, but this is very important to the NFL. If they want us to go, we'll happily go. Seems like they're probably being told, hey, you need to start maybe laying some more concrete to extend those runways because you're heading to Brazil, which is either good or bad, depending upon how you look at it. But as Packers fans, how do you feel?
Yeah, I mean, I love it. I obviously can't have an NFL franchise busting to Milwaukee and then flying down to Brazil. Just can't have that happen. But I believe
it's like the Bengals using the University of Cincinnati bubble before the Super Bowl. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Is that what this is like?
Bus right over there to the bubble.
Oh.
Yeah, very similar. Can't have that happen. But with this being, I mean, I always think it's a good, like, if you're the kickoff game of the NFL season, that's always a pretty sweet deal. I mean, we saw what happened last year. It's like it was Lions-Chiefs, and that was kind of like the NFL thinking, like, hey, this could be like a potential Super Bowl matchup. Obviously, that's not going to happen with them being in the same conference, but I think that means obviously a lot of fans in Brazil of the Packers, but I think it means the NFL thinks highly of the Packers as well going into this year, and that they want that to get a lot of eyes Friday night on Peacock. So I'm very excited about this, and Packers aren't losing a home game, which is huge.
Okay, I believe it's the Philadelphia Eagles will be losing a home game, which I assume Mark Murphy was pretty steadfast on. Like, hey, the amount of home games we have scheduled, people have travel plans because everybody flies to Green Bay, not just the locals. Obviously, the city of Green Bay shows up for the Packers, but that FBO that they're talking about, that airport, very active for all those Packers games. People come in. It's a whole day. That's why the property does so well. That's why the museums, the Hall of Fame, everything around there is because there's a lot of outsiders traveling in for the entire thing. This game would be taking place in Sao Paulo.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
How about it?
Great place.
A couple
Great
of soccer
place.
teams, first ones. We have heard about Brazil's fan base of the NFL for years now. Back whenever we were licensed the show to DAZN. We got a chance to meet a lot of people for DAZN. They had the NFL international rights.
Yep.
It was like Italy was huge, Canada was huge, and they were like Brazil was very large. I assume the Giselle connection's a big reason why. Now, obviously, we've all learned about how that has ended up, and we hope they're both happier.
Yeah.
That's right.
Congratulations. You guys did good.
Yeah.
Two superstars were together for a long time, created a family. Who knows how difficult that is, any marriage and that whole thing. But I do believe that is probably maybe why. Like, okay, Giselle's the GOAT, right? Of
Yeah, she's like the Brady of modeling.
Our GOAT, and I assume Brazil is very proud that
for sure
they created Giselle, the GOAT, is now actually married to the GOAT of this sport. And although Brazil will always be a soccer country and one of the greatest soccer countries of all time, the history is so deep down there. It's like, I like the fact that they saw football, were introduced to football, love football, and now they've earned a big-time game. It's not a preseason game. This is a big-time game to kick off the entire season. Congrats to Brazil.
Big-time game with two iconic franchises. Another sport. It's a great place down there. Brazilian Grand Prix. Center down there. Awesome.
Don't do this.
Great fans, but I'm excited to watch this one. Too young.
What you just did right
Too
there?
young. Just look it up.
I'm
sorry. It's my favorite circuit.
It's my
favorite circuit.
It's very irresponsible.
You put
Lewis
the NFL.
Hamilton's. Yep.
We're on ESPN. This is journalism.
Get him out.
You can't be putting bum-ass F1 in the same exact sentence as the NFL. What are you even talking about?
F1, which is on ESPN, and a part owner of a team, Denver Broncos, Sir Lewis Hamilton, It's also one of his favorite circuits as well. But I'm excited. I'm excited for this great game, man. It's gonna be a great game. Two young quarterbacks. Jordan Love became one of my favorite quarterbacks in the league last year, especially what he did the second half of the season. You know how big of a fan I was of Jalen Hurts the year before. So I'm excited to see how they start.
Can't even hear
Does your opinion even matter?
Off.
Don't even know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Don't even know what you're
Nobody's
saying,
listening to
D-Bud.
you.
Everyone turned it on.
Your lips are moving, but the words coming out, just nobody's listening because of what you said just a couple
I'll
seconds.
give you a couple of years.
That was worse than what Bob Costas did last night. I just want you to know that.
What did he do?
What did Bob cost?
Boy, he
In your
it was
corner
bad.
of the internet?
And I can't repeat it on this microphone, but let me just say it was ridiculous.
Bob Costas?
Yeah, that
Is
Bob.
this the person I'm talking
Pink
about?
eye
Yeah.
Bob Costas
Yeah.
Olympics.
Bob
saw
Costas
it
has
too?
told me why I'm a bad person a lot of different times.
yeah, well.
I
Oh,
used to view him as like super good, super. What are you talking about?
Not anymore. I mean,
Oh, geez. I don't know if that's
no,
right.
no. That one account this is the only reason I didn't send it into the group text because that one account of that little rat who always rips stuff and steals things. from
Leech,
people.
you're talking about
Yeah,
stealing
yeah,
businesses and
bingo.
like
Yes.
actually robbing people.
Exactly. Yeah,
And he
thief,
somehow
really.
made a living out of it, and then is just. He was at Mania too. I was looking for.
Oh, really?
He put a tweet out, a picture of me up on a stage, and I literally, I don't know what Punk, Big E, or Cole were talking about. I was just like looking, and I was just like rat,
Bring him up here.
rat,
Get him out.
right there.
Yeah, no, it was egregious.
He did it during the call, yeah.
That's kind of what the quote is. But boy, oh boy, it was not in good taste.
Let's move along. I believe we have a live feed from the Masters of Golf right now. Tiger Woods working in the sand, trying to, hone and craft it. Going to have good sand play if you're going to win the Masters of Golf.
Yeah.
Obviously, Tiger has done it before. He's looking to piece together another dub to get another championship to continue to climb the reign in golf history. Look how smooth that is.
Oh, yeah.
That is so smooth.
I know.
Boom Boom
Man.
Couples
Every
said
time
he
I-
is locked in. He did not show up just to make the cut. He showed up to win.
There's a little bit of a worry about the weather.
Yes.
For when he tees off tomorrow.
Yeah, so at least the current weather report is tomorrow we're looking at 90% chance of thunderstorms and heavy, heavy rain, 40-mile-an-hour wind gusts. This site, and again, they don't know because sometimes they'll report this stuff and then it's whatever. They go off without a hitch. But the idea is hopefully they can avoid it so that guys like Tiger who are teeing off in the later afternoon don't have to get their play suspended and then Tiger has to play 28 holes tomorrow or something like that because I don't think his game's there yet.
Well, we don't know. We don't know.
Game is his body might be.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
That's the first time Tiger Woods has been on our show. Hey, shout out.
Love you, Tiger.
Love you, buddy.
That logo. Every time I see it, I like
Sunday
it
Reds.
a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wins with one. Everybody will like it a lot. What was the name of it?
Sunday Red.
Yep.
Sunday Red.
Like solar eclipse sun.
Boom.
Yes.
There it is.
Sun.day.red.
Bingo.
SDR, baby.
Got a sweet fit on right now. He looks like he's doing some real good work out of there. Gooch not playing in this. Everybody's going to say it's not top of the line, but every other human you've ever heard that golf before is going to be in the Masters. We can't wait for that. We'll continue to have our ear to the ground in Augusta, Georgia to see what's popping off down there on this par 3 Wednesday on the eve of Masters getting started. Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, is an owner of a soccer team.
Whoa.
He's also the owner of a place in the Houston Texans Ring of Honor, and there's only 3 people in it.
That's right.
Ladies and gentlemen, friend of the program, and also a guy who lives at Dick's, J.J. Watt.
Yeah.
It feels good to be back, guys.
Yeah.
It feels good to be back. It's been a little while.
Hey, look, you live there. You live at Dick's now. I didn't know that. I thought you were in London for a while. It turns out they just picked up the Dick's and flew it over there. Is that where you were?
Let me tell you, the Dick's House of Sport is the place to live. It's magic land. The concept for the commercial literally came out of me being inside of a Dick's and saying I would like to live here. And they were like, that's a commercial. And I said, I'd like it to be my life.
It is awesome. Because there was a chance that they were going to maybe come on a program, and this is before we saw the J.J. Watt commercials, which, hey, you're a thespian, pal.
Yeah.
You're a thespian.
Oscar.
You're a thespian. I don't know what you're eating like, but if we get you ripped up a little bit, you might be
Yeah.
You love Arnold. We know you love Arnold. Maybe you're the next
Marvel
Maybe you're the next
yes.
Ricky Stenicki.
Could be.
I mean, who knows in this entire thing? But yeah, I went to Dick's. I hadn't been there since I was a kid. A long time. It's an amusement park. Like there is so much shit to do in there. It's awesome.
There's the House of Sports that they're building now. There's rock climbing walls. There's batting cages, golf swing. It's nuts. I'm literally going to a Dick's right after this. My wife and I got to pick up some soccer balls actually. So I'm headed to a Dick's in about 20 minutes.
No, you live there, obviously. We saw the announcement this morning. That's the Dick's right there. Good greenery at the Dick's right there from the house.
Logo.
Yeah, it looks great. Right there on your hat, we see Burnley, and obviously we will chat about that, but we saw an announcement from the Burnley Soccer Club. You guys are entering the soccer tournament, TST, the $1 million soccer tournament that I just learned of last year, which is now an ESPN broadcast.
Oh, wow.
It's a soccer tournament worth $1 million. It's 7-on-7, high speed. It is shorter field, smaller field. It was awesome. A lot of my old friends were playing in it last year when I first knew that it was existing. Now it's an ESPN thing. Burnley has a team in there. Atta baby, JJ.
Yeah.
You and the wife picking up a team. Is that what you're getting, a soccer ball? Are you playing?
Yes, I am going to pick up soccer balls from Dick's, literally. Kay and I are going to train this afternoon. We have a men's team and a women's team in TST. We're very excited about it. I believe it's either 42 or 48 men's teams and 8 women's teams. So it's very beneficial for me that my wife is a phenomenal soccer player, and there's 8 women's teams. She's getting some of her former teammates back together. She's getting a little crew together. So very excited. I am coaching / possibly playing on the men's team. Not quite as confident in my own game, but we do have a bunch of Burnley legends, some of our academy players playing, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Really looking forward to it.
Okay, I don't know about the women's side of the whole thing, but I do know that on the men's side, you're going to have company, pal. I have a team in the TST as well. The Concava Soccer Club will be in the TST for $1 million. Now, JJ, I just want to let you Burnley boys know that I don't know who you have. Burnley legends, academy boys, JJ Watt's going to train at Dick's House of Sport or whatever. I don't know which. My team, okay, I made some calls to some old friends. Stacked. I'll be releasing the roster next week.
Okay.
The roster will come out next week. We got names.
Yeah.
We got a team. Head coach of the team, Tony Miola. He's coaching on my team. He was on the national squad, if you know what I mean. Yeah. We're going to win the TST. So good luck to your Burnley team just getting, dunked on by the Concava Soccer Club. TST in June should be absolutely fantastic. Can't wait to see you down there. I think you got enough time. Just starting the sport. It should be good. Should be good.
All right. Our friendship has officially ended until after June 8th, I believe. I hate you.
Respect it.
You hate?
I hate you now. We are competitors. I don't know how it works from a scheduling standpoint, but I hope that the CONCACAF team...
Concava!
Son of a
bitch!
You don't want this smoke, JJ.
Asshole! It's the Concava!
Lightning bolts? Are those lightning bolts or deer antlers? What is that?
Well, there's thunder and there's lightning, you see? Yeah. You don't get caught in the storm of the Concava Soccer Club, you asshole. The way you're talking right now needs to slow down, okay? Needs to slow down. Because I know this Burnley team, when you were in England, they were undefeated.
Yeah. Undefeated.
Congratulations. They were undefeated. The Watt effect completely 1-0-3. Whenever JJ Watt was in England, I mean, that is...
points galore.
They could sense him.
Yeah.
They could feel him. The Watts meter was in the locker room. We got to show up for this big. They probably were so alarmed at how big he was.
Oh, God. Scared.
Whenever he walked in, holy shit, I didn't know humans came like this. But they were. So I know you've been having a little good mojo with soccer, in that whole world. My team lives it every day.
Talk me through the Concava. Like, are we getting? Is this Ty Gump? Is this Connor?
We'll be there.
Yeah, absolutely. I was supporting.
Boys will be there. Yeah, there'll be a lot of this.
Yeah, face paint.
Towels.
Yep.
Bottles of water, potentially.
Get those drums that they use, those crazy people who are the fans.
Jordan Poyer on one of those hippie things.
On the handpan.
On the handpan.
Magic spray.
Yeah, that's what we got going on. That's what we.
A lot of magic spray.
Yeah,
Tons. Yep.
All right, Pat. When's the last time you kicked the soccer ball? When's the last time you kicked the ball?
This morning, right?
Yeah, well, so I was going to really get into it like 2 to 3 weeks ago whenever I found out I had a team and was going to officially get in there. And I'd said every day, today's the day.
Yep.
Today, and then that day just happened. So the next day I woke up, I'm like, this is the one.
This is the day.
Yeah.
And then day all of a sudden just,
Yeah. Later
and all of a sudden I'm laying in my bed and I'm like, okay, tomorrow.
Yep.
So I've been doing that for about 21 days straight. Had mania. Right, today's the day. Today's the day, JJ. Now it's officially announced. I'm getting out there.
We're on the exact same page because when I went to London, I was like, all right, I'm going to train in London. And I went up with Burnley and I did train with them for a few days. But the rest of the time I did nothing. Today is literally the day. Kay and I are going today to start training for the first time for this. And just really putting a lot of good energy out there for my hip flexors, my adductors. I'm just hoping everything stays intact today.
Hammies as well. Are you playing? What are you playing? Are you playing goalie? Feels like you'd be a good goalie.
See, I have always thought I could be a goalie, but Kay shooting on me really dispelled that notion pretty quickly. I'm not confident anymore in my skills there.
Yikes.
I honestly don't know, man.
Sniper,
I mean, there's some really good players in this tournament. Like, this tournament's legit. So I'm trying to minimize my time on the pitch.
Could be a corner specialist.
Because
Just be the red card guy.
Yeah. You can come in and set the tone.
Send a message.
7 on 6.
No, 1,000% tone setter. I mean, I am going to come out of the gates and I am going to let everybody know what we're about.
Oh, I'm going cleats up on you so fast. There's no slide tackles from what I've learned, which is
That's huge.
That was a huge part of my game.
Love that.
I mean, that was a huge. I was a very good slide tackler. I'm in and out of there before anybody even notices. There's no slide tackling, which kind of sucks. I'm a little bit bummed out about it. But I will have you know, my team is stacked with some enforcers as well. We got a lot of international caps with red cards on my team.
Whoa.
Yeah, we're not scared. We are going to set the tone as well. If you would like to play that game, we do not have Zizou. Although
I would like to play that game.
Huh.
Okay, you'll play that game quick.
I hope you got some size. I hope you got some size.
You have no idea, brother. Ever heard of Omos?
Yeah. LeBron.
His name's
Omos. My lord.
Omos is not on our team. 7'2" WWE superstar Omos is not on our team.
So hand up.
Anyways, anybody out there who is a soccer person who's good, though, we do have a couple spots open on our roster.
Okay.
No, I was going to do that. Don't steal that.
Too late.
If anybody,
any good soccer players, if you're a good soccer player and you're not professional, but you were or almost professional, give me a call.
So for our team, give a call to Michael Grella, who is on our team.
Whoa.
Yeah, former teammate of mine. He's in MLS with good bid. He now covers everything in CBS. He's the
if you
guy
want to play on Pat's team, call Norby. Call me.
Jeez.
I don't know if that message is going to get through. I don't know if that message is going to get through. Hey, 40 years long time.
There you go.
For shoot. Anyways, good luck to your team. From what I've heard, though, you guys are dust. You know what I mean?
Terrible.
Yeah. I mean, from what I've heard, that you haven't played soccer in 15 years. So
I'm just one piece of the 20-person puzzle.
Who scores more goals? Me or you? Me or you? Who scores more goals in this tournament? I'm not even confident myself as I said the words.
Yeah, I feel pretty okay. I hit a couple balls last week. You know, I lied to you there a little bit. I hit a couple balls a week before that. It's moving. I got the TST ball too, you know, because different panels make the ball do different things. Obviously, you know that. So I feel.
Are you bringing the whole crew? Is the show going to film from Cary?
Yeah, we're doing a show live from down. I mean, the TST crew was saying some things, almost got it canceled, but
sure.
But we are taking show down. They were excited. They were very excited, very kind. A lot of asks coming pretty quickly.
Okay.
And then I almost was, when that starts happening, I go, okay,
yep, forget it.
We will move this one right off the table. But instead, they became like great, like the TST people are awesome. They're also the same ones that run the basketball tourney.
That's a good one.
Good tourney.
They are.
Good tourney.
Yeah, they are.
Talent, too.
There's the same thing with the soccer. Soccer. We're hearing names that are playing. I think Nani's playing in it.
Yeah, Nani. Yeah.
Money will do
Pepe,
that.
Sergio Aguero coming out of retirement to play as well.
Is that true?
What? Where's Freddie
Aguero is playing?
Freddie Adu, potentially.
That one hurt because Sergio was first on my list that I gave a call to, and he's like, I got my own team.
Okay, I don't know who that is, but his team sucks compared to ours.
Yep.
So rest in peace to his team that whole time.
Freddie Adu, you said?
I think there's some people reaching out to Freddie Adu potentially.
65.
I'm having a big problem. I'm having a big problem.
What?
There are literally not size 15 soccer cleats on the market.
Find those. Somebody will find them.
Custom.
I have been on the internet. Somebody let me know, because I'm currently wearing American football cleats to play European football. I need.
Well, those aren't allowed on the pitch.
Yeah.
Just want to let you know, you get that cleat up in the front, I ain't going to let you on the same pitch as me, and it's certainly not my team. Tony Meola is going to smack you in the mouth.
He will.
You try to wear those cleats onto our pitch. Just want to let you know that against Concave
This
Soccer
is a plea. Anybody out there, I need size 15 soccer cleats. I would appreciate it. I've searched the internet, can't find any.
Probably a couple different pairs, right? Depending upon what the rain is, soft ground, firm ground, the whole thing.
Yeah, sure. Would just love if they looked good too.
Got some Copas here, size 15.
One search, found him, asshole.
Figure it out.
170.
Soccer team.
Pele wore those.
Yeah, don't you have an equipment staff?
Yeah, how?
Equipment managers on staff.
They don't have the biggest in Europe. Like the whole point of me going over there, we're going to train. They're like, what size boot do you? We got it all set up. Literally, they don't make them. It's not like they just literally don't make them.
We just saw it. We literally just. You need to get in there and
Please don't.
You got a clean house. They're lying to you.
Don't put those on, JJ. Please.
The Copas?
I mean, come on, man.
Don't do
Those
that.
are iconic.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Copas are legendary.
Hey, I want you to. I want you
if I want to
to.
ref the tournament, I'll wear those. Sure.
What are you talking about? You're overly grown, dude. It's your fault. You got to get what you can.
Yeah.
I want you to wear those tongues flipped down too. Old school tongue flipped down with the whole thing. Yeah, I don't think you got to wear shin guards in this tourney. I don't
Nice.
think.
Oh, yeah, no slide tag.
Yeah. Well.
You're going to want to.
Whoa.
Listen, buddy, you're big hack.
Yeah.
I'll walk out there with this thing on, okay? And I will still, if my lungs can survive, which is that's the big test here. That's the big test here. I am
Smaller field.
Smaller field, I can hit a ball from one side to the other.
Subs on the fly.
Live.
Yep, striker, right?
Well, yeah, but I think
how long are the halves? Do we know?
I think it's 20 minutes each, I think. But then the end isn't an end. The end is that scoring thing where it's one goal more than whoever's at the lead at a certain time. So it has to end on a goal. So let's say you're up 4-1.
Yeah, right. It won't work.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Fairy tale land, maybe.
Oh, jeez. That was a good one. That's good soccer talk. All right, so my team's up 4-1.
Sure.
Okay, I don't even know how you scored. I'm very pissed that your team even got a goal here. Tony Meola has already broken a clipboard as the coach of the entire team. So then some rules clip in. I forget the exact names. Game ends at first to 5. So you guys could technically still come back, score 4 straight, but we have to score 1 and it's over. Like 38 minutes in or something.
NBA All-Star game.
Yeah, I think that's smart.
Yeah, it's real.
I think it's really. What's the exact date? June what? Do we know the date?
June 4th? I thought it was the first weekend of June.
I don't know. We'll see you out there. All right.
Yeah, it's right around then. We gotta get out there, get some brews with the boys. That'll be fun. That'll be a really fun time.
So your Burnley team's going to lose the TST. Okay, that's going to be a bummer. No. Bummer for Burnley. That's going to be the headline.
Yeah.
Boom. No.
Print the papers now.
Yeah, but they already got it spelled out because how are we doing? I saw they were undefeated when you were in England, but then I'm hearing bad news. Gumps, what do we got going on with this Burnley team, even though they were undefeated when J.J. White was over in England?
Actually, as soon as J.J. hopped on that plane, they lost a massive match to Everton. Unfortunately, J.J. has to move to England for them to
you're going to miss TST? You're going to be living in England? Bummer. What's going on?
They got dicks over there?
Do they
have?
Yeah,
no, it was a tough match. It was a tough match. We definitely would have loved to have that one, but it is what it is. That's sport, and we move on and try and improve moving forward.
You guys do get a lot of red cards, JJ. I will say the refs are not doing you any favors.
Well, and I saw the penalty, the one you posted about our free kick defense certainly needs to get better, but how is this even a penalty? Yeah. I like that you're doing that, JJ. I like that you're coming at the refs. Yeah. Might be why they're giving more red cards to your team
Could be.
than anybody else. They don't like the way you're playing. Something to think about.
I mean, it truly is, as a small club, some of those things where you don't have a voice necessarily, you don't have the ability to speak up, and obviously, people are careful with what they say. I'm happy to be that voice, and I know, because I do know what it feels like to be a fan and literally an owner now in those situations where you start to see a lot of calls stack up certain ways, and sometimes you're wondering, is it just because nobody's ever spoken up about it, or because we are a small club, whatever it may be. So I'm happy to speak up about it, shine some light on it. And yeah, there's definitely calls that go this way or that way here and there, but this season it does seem oddly stacked up in a certain way multiple times, and you start to get those official apology letters multiple times, and you're like, okay, how many times do we get these official apologies before it's like, all right, let's take a look at this whole thing here. So frustrating, but at the end of the day, truthfully, we just need to play better football. That's just a fact. You can't put it on reffing. You just got to play better football.
Soccer. Yeah, they got to play better soccer for sure. Do you have anything to say about that? What's that?
Football.
We'll talk football here in a second. We're talking soccer right now with J.J. Watt, who owns the Burnley Soccer Club. Have you thought about saying anything about the TST refs and your thoughts on them? Maybe the front office at TST, a bunch of bums. Isn't that what you were saying? These guys don't know shit.
I think that it sounds like they've got a really good crew of refs in there, and I'm really looking forward to it. And I mean, if we do happen to play your team, maybe me and Dix, we slide some free coupons to those refs.
Whoa! Don't there's $1 million on the line.
Kick them out.
There's $1 million, but the integrity of the TST is paramount here. We can't have scripted conversations happening at TST. Why? Because J.J. Watt, Burnley owner, is trying to slip a few Dick's bats to the refs. I don't like what's going on here at all, J.J. We heard what you said about those refs. I'll remind them before the game even starts. J.J. Watt said you're fat. That's why you're
sloppy.
That's why you're
ugly.
At TST. Yeah, this is
scared to pull.
This is the most important weekend of your life, he said. Even if you had kids or anything like that. That's what J.J. Watt.
What's your team name?
Come on, dude.
Do you even know soccer? It's the Concava Soccer Club.
Sweet so logo. It's the CSC.
We're the CSC.
Oi! 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 CSC.
Yeah, we are.
That's why the lightning's there.
Yeah. Wait till you hear those chants.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's.
Did you design your uniform? I'm looking forward to seeing.
Yeah. Part of the uniform, the whole thing.
Absolutely.
It's actually a Thunderdome there at the top. If you see, the top of the Concava is the Thunderdome. You see, so
I'm pretty disappointed in myself how long it took me to grasp that. Yeah. It was slightly embarrassing.
I'm seeing it.
Okay.
That's all right. That's all right, JJ. Connor's got a question for you as we talk about football.
Yeah, JJ, Texans, obviously. I mean, we haven't talked to you in a while, and they've made like a billion different moves. Obviously, Joe Mixon's coming over. Stephon Diggs is coming over. They're going to be very good. But Danielle Hunter, 99 from Minnesota, he's coming down to Houston. He said, hey, I won't wear 99 because J.J. Watt is so freaking cool, even though he sucks at soccer, but he's so cool. I'm going to wear 55. What do you expect out of Danielle Hunter adding on to that D-line? And then also, do you think that there's a chance there might be a little sophomore slump from the Texans in the boys, or are they just going to build and be unbelievable this year?
I'm a massive Danielle Hunter fan. I think that he's been very underrated for a long time, in my personal opinion. I think he's just been very consistent. He plays extremely well on both the pass and the run. So to see him in addition to Will Anderson and D'Amico Ryan's defense, I can't wait to watch that happen. And obviously, I think it's very classy and cool of him, what he did and what he said upon coming down to Houston. So I'm really looking forward to seeing him play. I mean, the additions that they made and the things that they've done these last two off seasons are very, very impressive.
Yeah, I hate it.
Think about I bet you do. I bet you do. Think about where this franchise was 2 years ago. And then you think about where they are today and some of the conversations that are happening and some of the expectations that are being put upon this team. I do think that you could say it's a situation where the excitement level and the expectation level has built so high so fast that it almost is starting to become unrealistic. But when you have a coach like D'Amico Ryans, when you have a quarterback like C.J. Stroud, and the mentality that those two have and the way that they handle themselves and the way they conduct their business, I think that they are uniquely positioned to handle this situation and continue to excel.
Do you think the rest of the AFC South is cooking as well? I don't necessarily love that. Let's go down to Jacksonville. Derek's got a question for you.
Yeah, Josh Allen coming off his best season in his young career, 17.5 sacks, just signed a massive deal, obviously paired up with Walker, who they drafted 1 overall a couple years ago. Do you think they're kind of hitting their stride and they should be better as a 1-2 punch as that pass rusher? Where do you think they kind of rank in the league?
I think they're very good. I think he obviously is very deserving of that contract. He's played extremely well. He's another guy who, almost flies under the radar a little bit with how good he is and what level he plays at. Yep. I mean, if you look at the AFC South as a whole, it is a very, very good division. I mean, I always think the AFC North is probably the best division in football. At minimum, it's the most competitive with top to bottom. But I think a division this year that's going to be a lot of fun to watch is the AFC South. Obviously, Anthony Richardson coming back, the Colts. I think Steichen is a great coach. I think he's done really good things up there in Indy. Obviously, Jacksonville's still, Jacksonville's kind of in that window where, a couple of years ago or the last couple of years, you thought they were going to really make that push and hasn't quite come to fruition, but they still have the ability, especially with Trevor Lawrence. Obviously, the Texans, we know what they are. And then the Titans, we're going to see what happens with Will Levis, new coaching staff. So I love watching the AFC South, obviously, for myself, but I think it's going to be truly one of the better divisions to watch this whole year.
I liked what you said there about the Texans. Like, the expectations are just getting to a point where, is this even realistic in a guy's second year? This is C.J. Stroud, but he's putting on himself. You add Stephon Diggs there. Everybody's expecting Stephon Diggs to have, like, MVP year next year. And we're pulling for you. C.J., don't put that pressure on yourself.
But you also have to think, like, crazy, like, Stephon Diggs, unbelievable player. But Nico Collins is also still there. Tank Dell, like they have Dalton Schultz. Like it is. I mean, if you truly look at that squad, and then you also so then you say, okay, if they have all those skilled players, then they must not have that great of an offensive line because of the money issues. Well, they have Laramie Tunsil, they have Titus Howard. Like they are built well, and I think you do have to give credit to Nick Caserio. I think you have to give credit to D'Amico and the vision he's building. But I mean, really, I'm trying to temper it myself because of how excited I am. But it's really hard to look at that team and not be super excited.
You guys were supposed
to
suck.
And then Nico Autry, like some of the people that they've added, like that you go down the list and some of the people that they've added. I mean, it's a really, really solid squad.
Great city, great people,
the food,
great fans, the food.
You got the best chefs in the entire city
working for the Texans. But they're supposed to suck at football.
Yeah, they should.
They're supposed nice linebacker too, Asher. He's pretty good.
Yeah. That's what Cesario's doing. It's what Caserio.
Yeah.
Hey, Pac's not on our Concava soccer club, but we are actively trying him out to see if he can kick a soccer ball. Because he can run 4-4 still if he had to.
I can run. I don't know about kicking.
Big Cincy FC guy.
4-5-1.
Yeah, you just got to run. That's all. It doesn't matter. Like in this soccer
guy.
Just got to be able to run. You're in great shape. That's the only worry for me. You said, like, who's going to score more goals? You and I both need to know this. And I don't know if you know this about the soccer world. We are targets as soon as we get on that field. We are a target. Like, we're not soccer people. All these people are soccer people. Like, the most soccer people of all time. Like, I'm planning on eating some shots to the ribs. Sure. There's going to be some spikes to my ankles.
What?
Like, it's going to be... That's a soccer world, But I'm working on a full flop too. Full flop. Get a free.
Please don't do it.
It's part of the game, D-Bud.
D-Bud is soccer.
Part of the game.
Yeah. That's what soccer is.
It's like you got to be proficient.
Just like F1 being boring is the thing.
Bingo.
Yeah, because free kicks.
Yeah, I'm big on the tactical fouls. I'm gonna take some tactical fouls.
Little hip pulls.
Which is where. Yeah, just some stuff. But I mean, I'm with you. Like there is legitimate. These are professional players that know what they're doing. There's teams that are training specifically for this. Like there's teams that are practicing together and have fun. You're not practicing with your team. Don't give me this.
I'm not, but the boys.
You got some very good players.
But the boys put together a training. They got 2 pool camps.
Yeah,
really? Go.
Oh yeah, we got strength coach. Our team has a strength coach. Yeah, dude. I got sent a running schedule. It's like, okay,
Bobby Carpenter, the general.
What do you think the Vegas odds are on me or you scoring a goal in this tournament?
Very low.
Yeah, I think I'm in the plus plus 500.
The only
500, 500,000, maybe, brother.
The only chance what are you going to? You're going to score on a cross. What are you going to do? Legitimately, what are you planning on doing?
Toe the ball,
a header.
Penalties, my best shot. Penalty.
Okay.
Are there penalties in this?
So that makes me feel like even more so. You got no shot. You're going to be taking.
You're not going to be taking the penalty.
You're going to let somebody else on your team who plays soccer professionally not take the penalty.
Oh no, I can take a penalty. I can absolutely take a penalty.
Okay, I like that.
I like you looking at some Burnley legend.
Penalty is all about your confidence. It's all about not having. It's about having nerves of steel. It's about stepping up and being confident.
I agree. And when you make it, it's going to be great. The boys are going to be pumped. But you happen to miss that thing, and then you just took an immediate goal away from a Burnley legend.
Yeah.
Who's that you're going to have to deal with that in your locker room. So you're going to have to deal with that in your locker room. I don't know how it's going to go if I'm going to take any penalties. I assume I'll take a free kick or two because I'll earn it. I'll say, hey, boys, this is what I think I can do with the ball today. But the penalty thing, I don't know if I'm the one that's just like, boys.
Take a seat.
Please.
Sit down.
How many national team caps do you have? 20? Yeah, get the
Okay.
You can't when you're up 12-0, it doesn't matter.
You're right. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, on JJ's team, if you're playing him, I could take it.
Are you a starter? Are you a starter on your squad?
No.
All right. I don't know.
Are you?
Are you starting? You're putting yourself as a starter on your team?
No way.
No, I'm not. I'm not looking to play. Like, I'm looking for garbage time. I'm looking for when we're up a couple goals. I come in at the end, and I just. It's pure content.
How many days do we have? We have 50-some days, I think, right? 50-some days until it? Do we know?
Yeah, if it's June, probably about 50.
Better get the kicking.
Okay, so if it's 50-some, we got enough time to get in shape, right? I have enough
No
time.
doubt. No doubt about
it. You got
it.
start share some of your share some of your training. Oh, this is bad. Yeah.
No, that's not bad
this
right there.
was when I
looking good.
You almost decapitated a girl, but
oh, there's the penalty. Okay.
Slotted.
Side panel there for the penalty too. You look very comfortable.
big.
You're so large.
Are you starting to get worried?
Huh?
Are you starting to get worried?
Dude, somebody's going to set like a half pick in front of you, and they're just going to get flopped, and it's going to be a penalty. You're going to get 10 penalties called against you every time you're on the field. Oh, that's where I think you should be, right there. Doing push-ups because somebody just won top bins. Hilarious. What is this, national team? Cup team?
It was a Gatorade, like a youth girls national team or something I went and trained with. And the thing that I learned from that, because I always thought, obviously first goalie, but second I was like, all right, striker, just send some balls in the middle and I'll head them into the net. Heading the ball is way harder than I thought. Way harder than I thought.
Yeah. How many did you get right in the face? Because you went up there and did.
Oh, I just airballed most of them. The timing of it, which is because I can put my hands up and catch any ball, but for some, like getting up and timing it out to how I could just pop it into the net was just brutal. I was embarrassed.
I used to be pretty good with the old boom because I could jump pretty good and I have a massive head and I was normally bigger than everybody. If you could figure that out, that feels like a good target in the mixer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Put it in the mixer. What's in there? Well, a 6'5" giant that we just need to bash him in the face.
I'll send you some footage of my training. Kay and I are training today. I'll send some footage. You send me some footage of yours. I want to see what we're dealing with. I want to see what we're working with. And
so I think what you'll notice with my footage is the sound of my footage. And that'll be the ball leaving my foot. that is what you will. That's basically all I'm good for at this point. 50 days to figure out if these lungs can let me move. But I can still move a ball pretty good. Yeah, I can still move a ball pretty good, which is the only thing I got, pretty much.
But you can punt it. Yeah,
that'll help. I'm not playing goalie.
That'll help in 7-on-7.
Yeah, I'm not playing goalie.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, we got a national team.
Tony Meola.
If he needs to.
And everything like that. Hey, wait till the roster.
Are you going to be able to handle that many egos? Are you going to be able to have all those egos?
There's
in one
no
team?
egos when.
Call Tony Meola right now, please.
Yep.
Please call Tony Meola. It's not me handling it. It's fucking his team.
Clearly JJ does know Tony.
Hey, Tony, figure it out, pal. Figure it out. What's that?
Are we live on ESPN? Did you just drop an F-bomb?
No, they fucking... I just found out we're not.
Oh, they yanked us.
What?
Yeah, we're on
we
YouTube.
got yanked?
Yeah, so we're on YouTube and ESPN Plus.
Okay.
Yeah, I just learned that via text. 12:37, the text came through.
Fuck yeah!
We were that boring.
No. So I guess there was a miscommunication on which days were. Who knows? There's a lot of stuff happening. People on the show that no longer on the show.
Was it the Norby comment? Did the Norby comment send us
Could
the
be.
I mean, we have to look back at
theories.
the exact time that whole
Thanks,
thing.
a few minutes ago. 2 minutes ago.
Wait, why did we get booted?
I don't think we got booted. I think we were never supposed to be on today. I guess.
What's on?
We were on.
Were we?
Sports Center. Oh, Sports Center's on now.
We were on.
I thought so.
We were.
I don't think we were.
Oh.
Okay.
So wait, they just ran Sports Center.
I saw
right?
part 3 earlier when it
We're
was
on
over.
a good. We're on a good operation.
I think it's Sports Center live from the Masters.
Okay.
I think.
Okay. Which we did try.
That Masters clip of Tiger cracked me up because I was looking at the background and you can only see the bottom halves of the spectators, and it was great to look at some of the shoes, the belts, the body types. It was fascinating to see what was.
That was striped.
Tiger Woods is back on the driving range here, and obviously he's moving
looks
golf.
good.
Yeah, he does, especially in that sun
Day
red. I'm sure they can get you some unis for TST. 2 caddies in the
Those
back.
guys back there look like Texas A&M yell leaders with their sleeves rolled up.
Oh, with the
and white
onesies on.
outfits.
Don't you have one of these onesies?
Yeah, I do.
Yep.
Swing.
Hey, Coach Prime has been wearing those. Yeah. Like the last week. Every
wearing
video
onesies.
that's been coming out there, he's got a camo onesie on. Okay. He had like overalls on the other week. He's doing it out there.
That's sweet.
Are they going to be good?
Yeah.
That'd be better than last year.
Yeah. Big 12 was
Is that
Yeah,
any
Big
good?
12
Yeah.
stinks. So
Yeah.
It's West Virginia's.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
true.
they got
They
a
get to
chance.
play West Virginia. They'll win more games.
Ty has a question
Hey.
for you about the draft, JJ. What? Now, when did you end up getting drafted? What number?
11.
Jeez.
Good lord.
Had to wait a long
Best
time.
draft class of all time, 2011.
Yeah, they did actually
Up
just
there.
release like a slide thing on Instagram of the first round of their draft, and it is asinine.
Who is it?
How many? I think it's like AJ Green. Was
Cam.
D Hop in there? Cam, Aaron
Cam
Donald.
Newton, Von Miller, AJ Green, me, Patrick Peterson,
Julio, Tyron Smith,
Cam Jordan,
Blaine
Julio,
Gabbert,
Jake
of
Locker.
course, Bob Quinn,
Mike Pouncey.
Richard Sherman was also down there.
Kerrigan. Nate Solder was a dog for New England for a long time.
Anthony
Adrian
Costanzo. I didn't know you and Costanzo same year.
Cam Jordan.
Yeah.
Jimmy Smith.
Mark Ingram. Holy shit.
Cam
Cam
Hayward.
Hayward.
Yeah.
All these guys are still
Muhammad
doing it.
Wilkerson.
JJ.
Andy Dalton.
Best draft of all time. Colin Kaepernick. Like
It's a good call. It's a
Best
good
draft of
call.
all
Akeem
time.
Ayers.
Kyle Rudolph.
Kyle Rudolph, Brooks Reed. Man.
Lando Franklin. Shout out Big O.
Greg Little, dude.
Torrey Smith.
All right.
Cobble.
Randall
Anyways,
Cobb.
we're in draft time right now. Randall Cobb. I mean,
Justin
is
Murray.
that the most
Justin-
loaded?
Justin Houston, DeMarco
Justin
Murray.
Houston.
Jarrell Casey?
Yeah.
Good draft.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the best one.
KJ Wright.
Brandon
It's
Hogan.
insane.
Sacho.
Sacho, yeah.
He's on TV now.
Yep.
We're not today.
Nope.
Oh, yeah.
Found that out today. Anyway,
Cecil Short.
it is draft time, and obviously during draft time comes a lot of things. Ty has a question for you.
Yeah, JJ, we've been talking this week about how, like, basically guys will get shit on, whether it's by the media or just, like, people trying to kind of move their draft stock around. Like Malik Neighbors, last week it was, hey, this guy's he's the best receiver in the draft. A lot of people have him higher than Marvin Harrison. And now this week it's coming out that, well, actually, you might not want to draft this guy because he's probably not going to do well in a big city. We don't know if he can stay out of trouble, all that kind of stuff. I wasn't paying attention to, like, the media aspect of it as much, like, when you got drafted. I just remember, obviously, like, the Houston fans booing you and giving you shit on draft night. And you obviously make them look stupid, the best player in the history of their franchise. But how much were you prepared for that, like, during the draft process? Like, did your agent let you know, like, hey, these people are basically going to tear you down, make you feel like you absolutely fucking suck and that you're worthless, but in the end, like, it'll all be worth it because, you're going to go somewhere and you're going to dominate. Like, were you prepared for any of that kind of stuff, or was it hard just because, like, of the excitement and everything and you're about to, like, fulfill a lifelong dream?
Yeah, They definitely prepared me well for it, just telling me about how it all works and all the smoke screens and all the different things that people will say, whether they're trying to get you to move this way, that way, up, down. They taught me pretty well about how the process works and how much misinformation is out there. And I think that's what I would say to any fans, whether you're a fan of a team and trying to figure out who your team is going to draft, or you're just a fan of the NFL in general and you have to think about where we're at right now. Pro days are basically done. Combine is done. All the film from the Senior Bowl and from the past season is basically done. The research is all done by now. Yeah. Now we're just in this in-between time until the draft, and there needs to be content to fill that time. So there's going to be a whole mess of bullshit between now and the draft. Some teams trying to get a guy's value to drop so that they can then pick him. Other teams trying to give smoke screens on who they may pick or who they may not pick. But the majority of things coming out within the next few weeks are probably not going to be entirely true. And it's just entertainment, and that's also part of the reason it's so successful.
Entertainment. I didn't see a single Emmy for entertainment. Did you see that?
No.
Nothing's for entertainment. What are you talking about, JJ? This is journalism.
That's right. Yeah.
This is information.
Professionalism.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, especially for guys like that, it's got to be very frustrating. I fortunately didn't have any real big ones or anything, but like when an unsourced report comes out and says that a guy is tough to work with, or he might be immature, or at minimum, toss your source on there. Like if you're going to attack a guy's character, you're going to try and make a guy fall in the draft. Like, to do it just behind all that, it's just.
Imagine, now it's all bullshit because it's all potentially a lie, but somebody saying like, not liked by some in the building. All of a sudden the player's like, well, who in the fucking building do I have to hate for the rest of my life for doing it? You walk in for alumni weekend, you go to the equipment room, fuck you, fuck you. Was it you? Fuck you. Go into the cafeteria.
And it's also millions and millions of dollars. Like, this is not like a little amount of money. Millions of dollars are being transacted here. I remember when I went into the combine, I can't remember if I've told this story or not, but I went to the combine and we were meeting with all the teams, and the Jets had the, I think, 30th or 31st pick in the draft. And I walked into my meeting with the Jets, and Rex Ryan goes, all right, we don't even have to have a meeting here. We know you're not going to fall to us, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to make up a fake disease that you have. We're going to leak it to the media. You'll fall to us. We'll draft you, but we're going to pay you like you were drafted in the top 15. So it's all going to work out in the end. So we just sat there. We just sat there for 15 minutes and bullshit. He's like, no, we're not going to actually do an interview with you. We know we're not going to get you, so let's just have a conversation. So we just sat there.
Rex is the greatest dude. He is phenomenal. We need to see him on TV more.
Yeah. Yes.
We need to see Rex Ryan on TV more, or back in the league.
Yeah, I want to see him.
We heard there was a chance he was going to get back there last year. Who knows what's going to take place with it all? But that's a hilarious story, and about how, Rex is just like mocking the whole situation, but that's real.
Oh yeah.
That, like, some places are doing that, and there is a history of that type of shit taking place, and then people obviously, I wonder if it ever has worked.
The lying?
Like a full-blown terrible lie.
Yeah. It had.
The Houston Texans last year.
I was going to say.
With C.J. Stroud.
Yeah.
The only reason they could trade to number 3 is because number 3 and the Cardinals had all these offers for C.J. Stroud because the Texans were saying he sucks and no one's going to draft him. Then they take him at 2. Then all those trade offers go out the window. Then the Texans trade up to 3. That's exactly what fucking happened.
We have no idea.
That is exactly what happened.
You think the Texans are saying all that? So
1,000%.
Remember the test was a big
that's what
thing
everybody's saying this year that Jim Harbaugh's doing with the Chargers, talking J.J. McCarthy up so much that all the quarterbacks go, and then he gets his first pick of every non-quarterback.
Oh, is that right?
Well, Jim Harbaugh wouldn't do that.
He wouldn't do that.
Casario, though, from the tree that he
wouldn't do
comes
it.
from in Belichick, I think there's a chance he would.
He would.
Nick would.
He's a good guy.
What do you say?
I think 1,000%, without a doubt, he did that on purpose.
Hey, he was awesome on our show, too, because we obviously had to talk shit about him whenever we heard that he was wearing headphones and the team stunk, and we just went through our third head coach in like 3 years. It's like, does this guy have any fucking clue what he's doing? He's got the headphones on. And then we watch what's taking place, and it's like,
He does.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
It turns out this fucking Italian knows. And then he came on the show at Radio Row, awesome.
Yeah.
He's been awesome on our show every time, too. Seems like an actual human. And I wonder if he's pumped that Cody finished his story.
I bet he is.
Oh, my God.
I bet he is.
Last question here for you, JJ, as we're spending your entire day that you're supposed to be at your own house of sport alongside your wife. Go ahead, Tone.
Yeah, JJ, first and foremost, if you could relay a message to Jon Rahm and let him know we think how awesome it is, how open he's been in his transition to live, about how he feels and everything about that. But going off of that, do you know how he feels going into the Masters, this being the first tournament that matters since he left the PGA? And, are you and Zach Ertz going to try to jinx him again?
With all due respect.
With all due respect. Sorry, I've left that out.
I know he had a great dinner last night. The dinner went really well. He was really, he said it was awesome. And we were just talking about it and how cool that dinner is, that no matter how much money you have in the world, no matter how much power you have in the world, you cannot get into that dinner unless you have earned it on merit and you own a green jacket because you won the Masters. I think that is one of the coolest things ever. And so to imagine being inside of that room, knowing that every other person in there accomplished the same thing and had to fight and get in there the same way you did, that's such a cool aspect to me. And he said it was an unbelievable night. Tons of stories told. So, I mean, he's coming off of a win. His team just won their last tournament. So he's excited. And it sounds like the course is in unbelievable shape. It's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to watch.
What tournament did he win?
His team.
The Who Cares Bowl?
The last one.
Isn't that what it was called?
No, Darius was there.
Miami. The golf.
Oh, they don't have
Miami?
Miami, yeah.
So the Who Cares Cup.
No, it's the Miami Who Cares Cup.
There we go.
With all due
What
respect.
are you talking about?
MWC. I should have known. The MWC is the most prolific.
I was looking at that menu. If I had won the Masters in the past and I was invited to that dinner, I'd go, come on, Rom. Can we get some food in this?
Why don't you like it? Good menu.
You serve food at this thing?
What?
Good menu.
Classic Spanish dinner.
Where did you get that video of a guy just slicing?
The Masters put that out.
Yeah.
Actually, you should hear the music on it. Play the music. We'll get a.
That guy didn't win the Masters. He was there.
That's awesome.
Listen to that music. All right, yeah, we'll probably get strike for that no matter what. But I like.
Have you gone? Have you been to the Masters?
I've never been to the Masters.
Nope.
I've never been to the Masters of golf. I've never been. I've never done that.
I heard last night they also celebrated what would have been Sevy's 67th birthday, who was John's idol, Spanish golfer. Like they said, that was really cool.
That is really cool. Have you ever gone down there?
No. There's been a couple times where I do think I should have, but I didn't. This year, I was going to go this year, but my wife, Kaylia, is being honored on Friday night at the Houston Dash game. She also has her first appearance as a reporter for Amazon for NWSL, so we're going to be in Houston. Me and Cole will be there celebrating her.
Oh,
yeah.
Congratulations, guy.
Did you know this? Did you know this about the Masters dinner? Because I did not know this. The champion pays for the whole dinner. Food and drinks.
That makes sense. They got it all figured out, seemingly.
Like the hole-in-ones.
Yeah, you're going to pay for this. Yeah, you're lucky to be here.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, because of how much, like, they pump it up for the content and for everything. Like, obviously get tons and tons. But, I know you're going to pay for it. That's wild. I don't know. That blew my mind.
Rookie dinner.
Rom should have. Yeah, bingo. It is like
rookie dinner.
It is like a rookie dinner. But Rom should have been like, yeah, but all the content's mine then. Like, if I'm paying for the dinner, I'm releasing the video. And the Masters like, our new social team is lit.
Yeah.
Please react.
Just wait.
Have you ever golfed down there?
No, man. I had I even told this to him when I said it. So earlier this year, Peyton texted me and he was like, "Hey, I'm going to Augusta to play. Me, Luke Combs, and you. You want to come?" And I was like, "Yes, like I absolutely want to be." And that sounds like the coolest experience of my entire life. And I unfortunately had a scheduling conflict that I couldn't make it, and that is something that has haunted me.
Talk to you.
I'm sure you'll get an invite again.
What about you, Pat?
I don't think you understand how much that hurt to say no.
That sounded like it probably would have been a good time.
Yeah,
probably. If you ever golfed down there,
fucking stick too.
I think Luke Combs probably, if I had to guess, at night.
Oh yeah,
probably played a full concert. In one of the cabins probably down there. If I had to guess how that probably all went for how that night would have went.
Yeah.
Wow. The amount of wine at dinner.
Oh.
the tour of the Augusta National probably would have been so sweet.
Oh, the beds.
The setup, the whole thing would have been good, Probably would have gone that way.
It's like golf in Augusta during the day, like campfire, Miller Lights at night. Peyton telling stories, Luke Combs playing the guitar. I mean, I had it. I still think about it pretty often. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I think you probably would have been telling stories as well if I had to guess.
Yeah, Peyton, if you're watching on YouTube or ESPN Plus right now,
no way,
and you happen to be going again, just that invite would love another one.
It's one time only, brother.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I think everybody. It's even like, I think everybody that would be there at the same time would actually act like on the entire course, which who knows who it could be. Could be other notables, business people. It could be anybody. I think they all kind of come to one area too. Like kind of hang out. So it's like a full on.
Really? Summit almost.
Yeah. Which is crazy because like we were talking to Rahm about it, like he doesn't even get, you don't, like if you win, you don't get like a membership or anything, but he doesn't even get to bring, like we were like, all right, so when are we going to golf? And he was like, I don't get to bring guests. Like I'm not. Crazy.
Yeah.
How do you
Luke
know?
Combs probably playing like Bader.
Yeah.
No, I don't think that's the goal.
Have you learned how to dream?
Who's that? Oh, that's
You're
Jordan.
thinking Luke Bryan. You're
No.
No.
That's Jordan.
Jordan Davis.
Jordan Davis.
How do you know so much?
It's just what I heard.
Oh.
Just what I heard.
Peyton tell you a bunch?
Yeah, I've heard from just different people who've talked. You missed a good one from what I've been told. From what I've been told. Anyways.
Son of a bitch. What else? What was the food like?
Food is phenomenal.
Great.
From what I heard, the food is phenomenal. From what I heard, yeah, I heard thumbs up on all of it. Yeah, people are really nice too. From what I've heard, yeah, it's great.
Sources.
It's just fucking great.
From what you've heard.
Sounds
From what I've
incredible.
heard.
From what you've heard.
Yeah.
You'll never go, JJ. You fucking idiot. You fucking idiot.
You'll even make me see a guy who just like manages billions of dollars hit a 4-iron fucking 260. Like some of the greatest golf of all time. Maybe that's what I heard potentially happens. Pro golfers just kind of passionate.
Like if you went hypothetically, what do you think you would shoot hypothetically?
Well, I think if I was to go there, I might miss a couple holes as well because it's an early start on day 2 and night 1 is a long one from if I was there, if I was to guess how that whole thing goes.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be able to keep an accurate score. I think I'll probably par a couple legendary holes, get a couple birdies, a couple 8-overs on some, pick up on a couple holes, walk on a few others.
So, but it would be considered a potential trip of a lifetime if you were to ever have gone.
I think that's for everything I've heard from everybody. Yeah, it's like a dream trip. Yeah. Yep, that's what I've heard.
Must do.
Yeah.
Except for one guy.
All right.
Great. If you ever, yeah, you're right. I mean, if you ever get a chance to go, you know.
Yeah.
Get hot. I think this thing, from what I've been told, only like $902,000 or something like that.
At least.
You know.
Yeah. From what I've heard, though, if you go, you need to bring, full jacket, tie, button down. Jacket can't match pants, though. Has to be a situation. From what I've heard, and then when you do dinner, that's the only way you're allowed in. So you should definitely bring that if you go. You should not forget an entire bag if you go down there, because then you have to buy an entire fit from the store.
Yeah,
and the store is very good priced. Very good price. You can walk out of there with a $10,000 outfit. You can walk out. From what I've heard only, because some guy couldn't get in dinner. Yeah, from what I've been told.
I just did the same thing in England. I had the same issue that you or somebody might have had.
Somebody I know, friends.
In England, because in the opposing director's box when you go to an away game, you have to wear a suit and tie in their owner's suite.
That's dumb.
And I forgot that. So, because we don't do that at our stadium. At Turf Moor, you don't have to.
Yeah, come have
fun.
I
had to go to the store 2 days before a match and try and find a suit that fits me, which you don't find. And it was...
They have Amazon over there?
Still didn't fit. Yeah, but not... Like, it's not Prime. It's not as fast. Like, it's... You can get Amazon, but it's it takes a little longer.
Of course.
Yeah, I bet his size...
Must be a nightmare.
Nothing's good.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a nightmare.
That blows.
That does suck. Everything else is good
Yeah,
for
it was
you
bad.
with the size, but, like, normal stuff doesn't. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, no, I was going to ask about something completely different.
Go ahead.
If those shows, are you still doing those shows and stuff, JJ? Are you still making all those things? Balltown? How's Balltown?
Ball City?
Yeah, Balltown's coming along well. Just had a conversation about it this morning, actually. It's coming along really well. We're really excited about it. Dick's is a potential partner for it as well, which is great.
PSG.
Connection between sports balls, Dick's. So Balltown, I think Balltown's going to be great.
What's that other one? Yeah. Day of the event or something?
The greats.
The great
how
day.
the greats do.
How the day is.
Yeah, day of greats.
Prep day.
What it takes. Yeah.
What it takes. What it takes.
Day it takes.
Yeah. I wish I knew what it takes to play good golf at Augusta. I mean, my mind.
You just gotta say yes.
That's kind of it, right?
He's in a pretzel now.
Yeah, I know.
From what I heard, I don't know though. I don't think I'll ever get invited back if it means anything.
Don't worry.
If I was invited back.
Same with JJ.
Sounds like you similar.
Yeah, no, I don't think I'm going to get the second invite.
No, you're JJ Watt.
I'm going to try.
After Balltown?
It's going to be tough to watch this weekend.
Is Peyton a full-blown member?
Yeah. I think obviously because he's from the South, it was something he always had desired. And I don't know the ins and outs of it all, if you apply or how it works, but I think they just inform you, congratulations,
You two could be members.
You're now. No.
I think so.
JJ, you could be a member for what you did down there in Houston.
Member?
I'd be. No, I don't think I could. Would I? Absolutely, I would definitely do it. I love now. I'm really deep thinking about it. Like, what does that membership fee look like? How often can you actually play it? Because I know they tear it up every year after the Masters to redo some of the holes.
Yeah, but I think they're pretty quick.
You know what that fee?
Yeah.
From what I've been told, it's pretty quick.
And the trees from last year told us that as well.
Well, we don't know how that whole thing goes. Obviously, with storms, easy come, easy go with the rain down there. But from what I've been told, it's not as, it's from what I've heard.
Crazy?
Yeah, it's just super exclusive. So it's from what I've heard. I don't know enough.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna. Yeah, I mean, it'd be pretty sweet.
If Burnley maybe wins some games, maybe they'll invite you in there.
Yeah, there it is.
You know what I mean? Maybe if they.
TST. We'll win TST and then.
Well,
no, the women will win. Good luck to the women.
You guys should sign Luke Littler.
Yep.
Who, Burnley or?
Burnley.
To the TST or to the actual?
No, the actual ball club.
How would Luke Littler respond, do you think, if he was asked to play for Burnley FC, starting striker, maybe get the team out of the champions into the Premier League again?
Well, as you can see, I got the boots out with the lads recently. Burnley kind of fucking stinks, unfortunately.
Whoa.
But hey,
just because you're doing an accent doesn't mean you get off the hook.
Hey,
that's how that works.
Well, if you let me fucking finish what I'm saying here, JJ, it's going to come back around, okay? I think, you bring the nuke into Turfmoor, I will fucking burn London to the ground, okay? All I need, don't even need to pay me a fee. I mean, probably should, but...
Turfmoor's not in London, first of all.
I don't give a fuck, okay? You guys are getting fucking relegated, so before you start doing the, big tough guy thing, okay? Maybe you get a legend like Luke Littler come in, have all the vapes, the kebabs, and all the fancy a Coke or a Fanta maybe, and then maybe we can turn this thing around, okay? Because right now Wrexham's laughing at you. Hate to say it.
Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah.
That's who that is?
Yeah, Reynolds and Rob McElhenney. I mean, all the lads, they're laughing at you. Just get him a pair of boots and get him over to Turfmoor.
All right. So where is Turfmoor? Not in London? I thought we were in London. What the fuck?
Yeah, where is it?
It's in Burnley. It's up north.
Burnley's a town?
Suburb.
Burnley we thought was a name of a neighborhood in London.
Are you kidding?
Like Birmingham.
Oh yeah, because we grew up.
I can't tell. I'm really bad. I can't tell when you guys are messing around.
Stratford upon Avon.
I mean, you definitely.
You didn't know that before you bought them.
Yeah, you had no fucking clue. You had no idea.
I 100% knew. Burnley is a town. It's outside of Manchester. It's 45
none of my 5 towns.
Not any of my 5 towns.
It's Manchester. It's not even London.
This place blows.
Manchester, north.
Oh, it's by the Forest of Bowland.
Where's London? Where's London town?
It's on a different island?
No,
holy shit! You're nowhere near London.
Yeah, it's way the fuck down there.
Correct.
Oh, right by
4-hour drive.
Liverpool.
Oh, that's where Wales is? There's just nothing in Wales?
So they're closer to being Scousers than they are to being London, folks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good news. Scousers are good people.
Coming to Pittsburgh, Iron
We're going to
City.
get you guys over. We're going to get you guys over.
I'm
You're
not
going to
taking the
improve
train
too,
from London all the way up to Burnley.
And we're over
You
already,
get me
brother.
over to England, I'm in London. I'm doing my thing. I might stop by Liverpool, see Scousers.
Why not?
Yeah.
I might stop by.
Anfield, brother.
Manchester, too. Might go see how Manchester's doing. United in his city. Hey, how's
Cool.
it going?
Yeah.
Burnley. We got to take how do we get there?
The Hogwarts Express.
Roads? There's roads there?
I mean, let's not act like you don't fly on a private jet everywhere you go. You just take the private jet, you land there, you attend the match, and then you fly home.
For those that are listening to what JJ's saying, I apologize. He is so disrespectful to the ozone.
Sure.
Yeah. Right.
The emissions.
Yeah.
That's why I have the Hummer. Okay,
Exactly.
the EV, because I am looking out for the future. Because just like Sonny Hostin said while she was hosting The View, that solar eclipse came from you flying on that plane around England.
That's right.
Okay, that's what happened, AJ or JJ. Ooh. All right, we're out of here, ladies and gentlemen.
Gosh, this is brutal.
Well, the whole thing comes back around, because your team's about to get smacked in the mouth at TST by my team. Roster being released next week. When are you releasing your roster?
In due time.
As if you know.
No, but there is a spot or two open for any professional, semi-professional, great soccer players out there.
Is Vincent lacing them
play.
up? Is Coach lacing them up?
No, he is not.
What's that about?
That would be awesome.
So you get the team relegated and you're not playing in TST? Okay. Okay. Guy's walking on thin ice, ain't he? In Burnley. You tell me. I don't know. And if you're, our roster's still open for a couple spots as well. If you'd like to represent America in the Concave Soccer Club, we'd love to have you.
Methy.
So,
if you're listening.
Messi, we'd love to have you.
Yep.
Welcome to the United States of America. We don't understand why you're still playing for Argentina, but nonetheless, we view you as one of ours. Come play for Concave.
Boom.
Could you imagine we got Messi on the Concave Soccer Club
Cool. Lord.
for a TST?
Look out.
We don't, but
right now, you never know.
We got time, 50-some days.
Bingo.
Some recruiting. Even if we don't have Messi, I'm very okay. I think our team could take on Barcelona if we had to.
Easily.
Wow.
If we had to right now.
Easily.
I got some dogs on my team. Actual dogs.
I gotta watch some footage of last year. I gotta see what the winning team last year looked like.
They were from Newtown, Connecticut up there. They were good. They've been playing together for like 20 years, I think. That team. They've been together. They're really, really talented.
Oh, what if you call the American?
I feel like there's a conflict of interest because you're an ESPN employee and the games are on ESPN, so there could be a conflict of interest.
I don't think so.
Oh, like Kirk Herbstreit, you mean?
What are you talking about? This ain't Florida State. What are you
That's what he's alluding to, not me.
Well, we're going to prove it on a pitch. That's what we do. Welcome to new ESPN.
Yeah.
Bitch.
Little conflict of interest.
No, we prove it on the pitch. Bitch.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
That's on the back of the jersey.
Oh my God, that is.
That's on the back of the jersey.
Yeah.
We're the CSC.
Oi. Oi. Oi.
CSC. Oi. 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 And everybody stops and then we go, we prove it on a pitch, bitch.
Yeah.
And then we walk out. That's how our press conferences go. So, good luck to Burnley, I guess, and everybody else.
Yeah.
See you there.
What's your chant?
What's your
Something
chant?
Dumb?
Yeah.
Up the clarets.
Burn it, Dahn.
Hey, you're getting closer. You're getting closer. So I appreciate that you're improving upon your understanding and knowledge.
What is it?
So what is it?
That's supposed to be.
I can't. Our chants, like a song, or our song we sing. I can't say it on. I don't want to say it on.
Okay.
No, you can. Anything goes.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I know. But like,
I know what you're saying.
It's
Up the clarets, up their asses. Is that what you guys sing?
No. It's good, but it's we got a couple good songs. We got a couple really good songs.
Well, let's hear one of them.
Yeah, what are they?
Just, huh?
They I don't know. It's unbecoming of the ownership to sing some of the songs on.
You not singing it is making me think personally
the worst. The words for this song.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
What is going on?
Oh, in my head, what this could be.
Yes.
Oh, we're putting our own songs together now.
Exactly.
Aren't we?
Yeah. It sounds like Burnley's like the Ohio of England.
It does sound like that.
Yeah.
It does sound like that.
God.
All right, JJ, good luck to your team. Sounds like karma's in your guys' favor with what you've been singing. Should be great. We appreciate you. Good luck at the House of Sport, pal.
All right, guys. Send me some training videos. I'm going to train now. You're going to lose.
All right. My training starts today.
Soccer's club.
It does.
Yeah.
This week.
Yeah, you better start. Put down the vape pen, get on the field.
Whoa.
I don't touch the vapes. That's Luke.
Exactly.
I smoke actual flower, which is worse. For my lungs.
Drug testing's going to get you. You're not going to pass the USADA drug testing for TST.
Good news. ESPN told me.
Don't have to take it.
No soda. No soda. That's good news. Ladies and gentlemen, JJ Watt, thank you. All right, let's get to a break. And then on the other side, we got PK Subban. We're going to wrap up this glorious day talking about all the sports happenings around the beautiful sports world. I think that one TST should be really good.
Yeah, actually super, super pumped to go down there for that.
Our team is good, I think.
What area of the country is it?
It's Cary, North Carolina.
Love the Carolinas.
Love their logo.
Who, ours?
Yeah.
Yeah,
pretty good. Yeah.
Black and baby blues.
The Concava Soccer Club.
Yeah.
Good work on this, Dirty.
Dirty. Job, Dirty.
Feel better, Dirty.
Feel better.
All right, that's in June in North Carolina. I think they have tickets.
Really?
If you're going to buy tickets to anything, I don't know if these, I don't know if TST tickets are on there or not. But any other live event, potentially even the TST, you need to go to our friends at SeatGeek. Thank you to today's sponsor, SeatGeek, the best ticket app on planet Earth and the moon. With the offseason in full swing, SeatGeek has extended their $30 off promo to all event types, NBA, NHL, concerts, comedy, whatever. Use code PAT30 to get $30 off all tickets. Does not matter if you've shopped with SeatGeek before. $30 off with code PAT30. Restrictions apply, like if it's less than $30. They're not going to pay you.
No.
I don't think.
No chance.
Shout out to SeatGeek. Shout out to you for watching. We're back on the other side with AJ Hawk, I believe. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice. It might change their life. Take 5. We have some massive news.
Lot of blessings piling up that I ain't even wish for. No, let the one for y'all. I'm locking the fridge door at the crib, cutting hits. I read through the catalog, came to conclusion, no one's touching this. Just finished and made a voyage. I've been on the main grind. Said I'm trying to kill them off, whatever it takes. I see the boats, I'm at home. I'm selfish with the goals. I could give a fuck who try and get along. 6'3", you can't look me in the eyes.
Thank you, man.
Welcome the incomparable Pat McAfee.
But as soon as we get backstage, I see Serena Williams like 6 feet from me. I'm like, oh my God. Hello, hello, hello. You look fantastic. Massive room. Did not expect to see this many incredibly important humans to the media world. And then all of a sudden, guess who pops by? Ryan Seacrest.
Good to see you, bro. Ryan Seacrest, how are you? Congratulations.
Legend, bro. And holy shit, Ryan Seacrest is here.
Honestly, your work ethic is something that people really inspire you.
Why am I here? Great question. Sweet cowboy hat. How you doing, dude? Makes me look thinner. The Kardashians?
Bullshit.
Come out in the elevator?
Hey, good luck out there.
Thank you. My show, my guys and I will be joining the ESPN universe. And we are so incredibly pumped, honored, and thankful to be doing that. And a lot of people are wondering, why would you ever want to do that when you run a couple $100 million valued company with full independence and the ability to kind of do whatever I want, whenever I want, with my crew that is one of the hardest working group of men on this earth. And it's because I had the incredible opportunity over the last 2 months to chit chat with the leadership at ESPN. I go up to a lounge, Alex Honnold, the guy that was climbing?
Yeah.
I'm like, holy fuck, that's that guy who just hangs off the side of cliffs or whatever. And I think the future of sports media is certainly something that we're kind of creeping in on. Digital has become an influence. It has the structure. It has the ability to reach millions and millions of people. Dan Orlovsky, after his riveting performance on the stage, which it was,
gets a Shirley Temple.
He comes, no, he got wine.
Okay. Wow.
The future obviously says that linear television is going to be dead. ESPN, the channel, won't be able to exist, but when is that? Is that a year from now? 10 years from now? 20 years from now? Can we get to 25, maybe 30, 35, 40? By that time, I'm 65, 70 years old, and I've completely missed out on the powerhouse that is ESPN Linear. So when I was talking to Jimmy and Burt Magnus and the Bob father, Bob Iger, somehow got a chance to be in his office for an hour and a half in Burbank. That was bananas. He's now talking, I think, to the leader of France. Dumbest life of all time continues. But they all very much understood that we need to embrace both what tomorrow is and what today is. And I have the exact same vision. Then Joe Buck, Troy Aikman come walking in. I'm very thankful to announce that we'll be on ESPN, ESPN Plus, the ESPN app, and for the first time, I do believe in all of sports media, we'll be live on ESPN's YouTube at the exact same time. Jimmy, Burke, Bob understood that 98% of male Gen Zers use YouTube on a daily basis. So being live there and on ESPN, we should be able to reach the entire world, hopefully, if I don't fuck it up, which I might have just did by saying the F word in this room right here.
You meant the real DeMar Hamlin, not Michael B. Jordan.
Are you sure?
Not the actor, not the clone.
How's the up front? He is in Disney movies.
His clones look exactly the same as real people.
That's the actual clone type. It is an incredibly special time for me. This is my first time out of my house in 2 weeks. My wife and I actually, boom, first baby. She just started farting 2 days ago. Real deal. That was a game changer. But my wife, my baby, my guys, and everybody that I know are honored to be a part of the ESPN family, and we hope that we'll be able to work with all of you. Cheers, and have an incredible day.
Good, man. How you doing? You good? Don't keep running the world, though.
Hey, no, that's you, dude. That's you. That's you. Trip to New York, I think, was a success. The upfront was hilarious. I had no idea that room was going to be that big. This is awesome, isn't it? That was the most suits I've ever seen in my entire life. We're pumped to join the family, and I am very grateful that they're going to let us do it our way. And I said, fuck it, at Disney upfront. So.
This should be a pretty legendary thing later in life. You'll probably look at it and say, oh, that was a pretty good decision.
All right, the next chapter begins. Ain't that right, Mickey?
Hell yeah.
Sweet 16 tonight, AJ. It's a big deal. Opening day today, big deal. What are your thoughts on sports really having a big day on this particular Thursday?
I don't know what it's like in your guys' algorithm in your world, but I don't hear a whole lot about opening day where I'm from.
Nope.
Do you?
We don't have a team in Columbus.
Yeah.
No, we got this. I'm the Reds fan, and there's a lot of Indians or Guardians fans.
Whoa! Misogynistic pig.
Bye-bye, pal.
Get me off the screen with this thing.
AJ.
Hope you enjoyed your media career because it's over.
God.
That's it. That's
By the way, let's
See you guys.
check what the ump
Bye,
on third.
guys.
He
Yes,
did.
he did.
Yes, he did.
Out.
You
Did
were
I
too-
finish it?
Yeah,
you
you
did.
did.
No, I don't know.
Anyways, the Commanders of Cleveland. Yes, they are very good baseball players.
People love them.
Who's Skeens playing for this year?
He plays for the Indianapolis Indians.
Whoa!
That's their name.
Okay.
That's their name.
That's the team name. That's the
You
team
cannot
name.
say that.
That's still the team name. It's not his fault.
That's their name.
That's their name.
It's never changed either.
They have not changed it.
Nope. Indianapolis will not change that one. They're not changing a lot.
How about the Guardians?
What
AJ?
else we got going on?
How about the Cleveland Commanders?
Cavs?
Yeah,
They're good.
Commanders.
What about?
The Commanders? What do they do?
He's talking about the Cleveland Guardians.
Guardians, bro. Guardians.
Yeah, pieces together. Kirk. Jeez,
I still call them the Indians.
Oh my God!
These are the presidents.
You sack of shit. These people in Ohio just won't learn. You pieces of shit.
2024.
I still reference them as the Cleveland Indians.
You got it. We got it. We get it. They're the Guardians. That's the name. The Guardians.
And I also don't say the Ohio State University. I just say Ohio State.
Oh, okay. Well, that's very noble of you. Very noble.
Yeah.
They're going to have a different January 6th in Ohio this
I
year.
can't believe this. Hey,
Why?
Let's go.
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for.
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers, you pig! Damn it! Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life. Sport! Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to our humble abode, the Thunderdome, on this Masters of Golf Eve Wednesday, April 10th, 2024. Hour 2 of the program starts now.
Sports!
Our amazing golf has been added into the rotation because the Masters of Golf starts tomorrow. The par 3 tournament is happening as we speak. And right now, Ricky Fowler is leading the way as he is finished with the entire par 3 course.
Go.
5 under. Obviously, this is a big family day. We'll see some trick shots off the water. We'll probably see a hole or one or two. We'll see some families out there smiling before one of the biggest tournaments in the history of golf starts tomorrow morning. Tiger Woods will be teeing off at 12:30 tomorrow. There's a storm supposed to come in, so who knows what that means for the entire tournament, but we're in it for Masters weekend. The talk step was here at Boston Connor and at Ty Schmidt. Sweet hat.
Hey, thank you. You know, maybe the best hat of all time, WrestleMania 40. I thought I lost it. Thought it didn't make the trip back.
Ooh.
I looked for 3 hours last night. I said, I need this thing. I may never take it off, to be honest.
Well, it says XL right there underneath.
I don't love that. That's the worst part about the hat, but everything else, oh, man, this thing is just clean, tough.
WrestleMania was XL. It was the biggest WrestleMania of all time being tagged going in. And now all the records coming out of it are, it was the biggest WrestleMania of all time. Peacock just put out some number of time that was consumed by WWE fans over the weekend. And it was like 1.3 billion minutes worth of consumption, which is the biggest they've ever had. I think some event there was, the NFL wildcard game had a little bit more action for whenever it came to like one event. But as a whole, WWE broke Peacock records, gate records, money records. I mean, just everything. Congratulations to everybody at WWE for WrestleMania 40. And shout out to WWE Universe coming through and showing up in a big way for a glorious weekend. The hat does look sweet. The XL is a little bit alarming though. Like when I look at you, I see it. You know, it's hard not
around the bottom there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked. Yeah,
on the brim.
We talked about it on the plane.
Yeah, we
back.
did.
He's probably going to spray paint that.
I think I'm going to paint over the whole.
Because the way I wear hats is I go with the way my head is shaped. I got to go high and then down like this, you see. Especially when I'm putting a hat on, there's a reason. I'm like, I'm probably,
trying to conceal your, right.
I'm trying to move. So I'll do this one so you would never see it. The way you wear hats with your, it feels like your head is perfect for hats, right? That's why you wear so many. You can see a little bit of the bottom. It's distracting. The XL is distracting. Have you caught it a couple times?
I have. I've been trying to ignore it, but now that you have mentioned it, it's the only thing I can't
so sorry.
see. So,
I'm so sorry.
So I'm probably going to put some duct tape or something like that over it.
Just went cross-eyed right there.
I mean, I just keep looking up at the son of a bitch now, and I can't look away.
Yeah, it's going to be hard for. I apologize for bringing it up. If it means anything, every time I was talking to JJ, I looked over.
And
all I was staring at.
It?
Okay. Because I thought it was a sticker at first.
Right.
Not a sticker.
No.
It took me like 20 minutes or so to realize it wasn't a sticker and it was actually 2 letters. Then I'm trying to break down what the hell's going on. Shout out to WrestleMania being different than ever.
That's right. That's right.
Game.
One half of the hammer, Dahn. Cowboys, Tone Diggs is here. Tony, you look fantastic.
Thank you, buddy.
What are we gambling on here? What are we thinking about gambling on whenever it comes to the Masters?
I'm a guy. It's called 3-ball. Okay. And that's the first round, and they give you basically the 3 guys in the group, and you bet on who has the best round of that day for that group. I love doing that because you can parlay it. You can do like an 8 or 9 team parlay there and win a bunch of money. And then I like to live bet golf, because there's no reason to bet Scotty at 450. Right?
What's old buddy's name that used to send texts through the weekend? Who's your golf?
Cupmaker Jeff.
Cupmaker Jeff.
Who's your golf?
Cupmaker.
Yep.
I like that way more than Cupmaker Jeff.
That's probably somebody.
Yeah, for sure.
That's probably somebody I know. Cupmaker Jeff, though, that was like his business.
Yes.
Hey, I'll send you texts on like Saturday morning. I'll send you texts on Saturday night. Even Friday morning, we'll send some texts because you can really see who's in, who's out, who's playing well, who's seeing the field, who's not. It's a real, golf is gettable.
Yeah,
golf is gettable when it comes to nothing's a guarantee.
No,
but golf is gettable if you're doing it live.
I love live betting golf. I know Foxy live bets it every weekend.
Yep, every single weekend.
Foxy runs a fantasy league.
He does.
A golf fantasy.
We got our things in this morning. We got our lineups in this morning.
14-year NFL vet a man who's a Universal Records signed rapper. Ladies and gentlemen, icon Pac-Man Jones is here.
That boy,
Pac, you love golf.
Yes, I do.
Live on a golf course.
Yes, I do.
How's the golf game right now?
Golf game is pretty good right now. I played a couple times when we was on the vacation. I'm in the 80s. I'm not complaining.
That's very good.
High 80s.
That is very good.
I play really good. I can get maybe 85, but PXG is forgivable for me. So.
Do you watch a lot of golf on the weekend?
Not unless I have to watch it. So.
Okay, all right. So you're not a watcher of golf.
No.
Okay, so like for the Masters of Golf this weekend, will you turn it on because it's a big event? You'll turn it on.
I'll turn it on after the cut.
Okay, so for me, that makes sense too.
Respect.
Weekend watching.
Yeah.
I think that's a good way to do it. Golf for me during the weekends is like the perfect. Because now we're starting to realize this as a society. TV, no offense, we're not on, but we're licensed our show to a company that does a lot of TV stuff.
Yeah.
TV is like, unless it's must-watch live stuff, TV is what's the best background music for me to be on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of TV people don't want to hear that, but that's the reality of the situation.
So true.
Unless it's like a once a week, we have to watch this like a show that is coming out at a certain time.
Yeah.
And you're dialed in and you're watching it from beginning to end or whatever. Or if it's a sporting event that's happening live, but even then, you know, for portions of that particular game, you're going to do it. Everything is kind of like background music for you to be on your phone. This is screen one now. It used to be screen one's TV, screen two's on your phone. Screen one is your phone now. Screen two is the back. Golf is the perfect. Because whenever you hear, something's happening right now, you can kind of test the crowd. You can hear the crowd if something good's about to take place. And every once in a while, they'll show a replay of something great. It's like the perfect background TV for me during the weekends, especially with baby, especially with what it's like you never really lose anything. Now, I don't think my wife feels that way. Sure. She's not necessarily love that we have golf on. She'll be trying to change it, you know. And the baby, she loves Bluey, so every once in a while we gotta drop Bluey in whenever the leaders are on like hole 6 to 9ish, you know, because we need to watch that. But golf is a perfect background draw. I think that's how it should be viewed. I think that's how golf should be viewed almost, is like perfect backdrop for whatever you're doing on your phone all day.
Well, and that's why the Masters is awesome now because of the website. Like if you don't care about the traditional coverage or whatever, you don't want to sit there all day. Like if you just want to watch Tiger and that's it. And granted, Tiger's a little bit different because ESPN will show him a bunch, and if he makes the cut, so will CBS. But you can go into the Masters web. Yeah,
let's go find Brooks.
Yeah, Brooks, exactly. You can go into the
Haven't seen him in years.
Right. Or, you know, any of these other guys who boom boom couples. You can go in and like basically put together your threesome of who you want, and you can just watch those guys' shots. Like I don't think they really do that for many other tournaments. It's just masters.com.
Oh wow. Yeah, you've kind of pledged your allegiance to live at this point.
Right. They might not let you site.
No, they don't mind. The Masters of Golf don't care.
You're, I guess,
they're
defending champion.
Remember, they were the first one that was like, nah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was looking at some of the leaderboards earlier in PGA. I didn't know most of those guys, so I mean, it's tough.
You watch this weekend?
I watch golf all the time. Golf Central's on in the office 24/7, or the channel with all the sports channels on. But yeah, I'm still in that honeymoon phase with the sports. So
How will you feel? How will you feel about Liv's chances? Are the boys playing great? I just learned that Rahm's team won down in Miami this past week.
Rahm's team's won. Obviously, you know, lefty, second last year in the Masters, going into his 27th.
People were talking about him at that photo last night. A lot of people were saying,
I
Phil zeked up. They're saying he was all jacked up.
It's better than a few years ago when he looked very, very miserable at that event.
Yeah, no one talked
first happened. Yeah,
he's top right.
Great shape.
Where Phil Mickelson, he's in great shape. Looked happy. Looked jacked up.
Yeah,
happy to be there. We're at a Live Guys Masters dinner here, which a couple of years ago was I was being not talked to. What a good time. Maybe the Live Guys go on a run again and invade the leaderboard like NWO.
Love it. Need it.
Joining us from an attic in Ohio is a man who is very good at golf. If he was to focus on golf, we think there's a chance would become a Corn Ferry Tour golfer. Ladies and gentlemen, the power of Ohio. The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers, A.J. Hawk. Hawker, how you doing, pal?
Good. I love hearing about your new soccer squad that you're putting together, man.
The Concava Soccer Club. You'll be there, I think, so get pumped up about it.
Well, I know one player on your roster. He let me know. I've had some communication with him, and he is taking it very serious and is training hard for this.
That's Mike Foss, Senior Vice President for ESPN. He played. He won't say that he played in the MLS because he didn't have like a long, but he's a great player. Yeah. And also logistically sound when we're talking about like got to do this by this point.
Yep.
We got to do this by this
Yeah,
point.
bingo.
We got to take care of this.
Yep.
How about uniforms? We got to kind of get this. Rallying up the troops. We got to do this. I got contacts with this guy. I can call it. Like, he has been, Mike Foss is a valuable member of the Concave Soccer Club. He and Michael Grella have kind of teamed up to kind of do this entire thing. And Tony Mule, obviously our coach, he's been studying Phil from TSTs years past.
Yeah.
Smart.
AJ, yeah, but you're right. Senior Vice President of ESPN, Mike Foss, has been training a lot harder than me. And I've been watching it on his Instagram story, and I'm like, buddy, I'm in a bad spot. He's got balls. He's running drills. He's doing the running.
You can blast it, though. Cherry pick. You can cherry pick without going offsides. And
no
just
offsides.
blast some long shot. Oh, no offsides.
No offsides.
Just post up in front of that goal, man. Yep. Fire that thing.
It would be great to just kind of sit back there, but the field's not long enough for you to really cherry pick. They'll probably have somebody in your area.
Yeah, you could just stay in one spot and not move and just try to kick full length.
Yeah, right here.
The one thing I need to work on is first touch to shot.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to be able to create a lot of space.
Sure.
Not going to be able to create a lot of space with these guys. A lot of these guys have been playing very recently.
So you can be a pro. You could have been a pro. Like, you can play pro soccer and still compete in this?
No, cannot be in a pro league right now.
But you could have, though. You could be 1 year removed, right?
Oh, you could be a couple months removed, yeah. You could potentially, so, yeah, there's guys that are in very good shape. $1 million.
Yeah.
Like, that's...
They're trying to win. You want to win that. Put Miola in goal, though. What's he do? He shouldn't just be the coach. He should be the goalie as well.
Well, that's how I pitched him first, was tell Miola, need you in the goal.
Yeah.
Need you in the goal. And he said, there's a lot better guys that are available right now that we could get in there. And I'm like, you going to coach then? He's like, sure, I'll coach if I can make it. I'm like, sweet, you're a coach, and also need to connect on the goalies.
Yes.
Yeah, because we need...
Co-ed Hope Solo's out there, right? She's not too far removed.
So there's a women's tournament and a men's tournament, which I don't know why. We'll get into that later. Why would that be the case? I don't know why there would be.
What do you mean, men can't play with women?
Well, we'll get into that at some point later. Full presentation. But yeah, there's a women's one with 8 teams, and then there's a men's team. I don't think it is co-ed. And maybe it was co-ed last year, and there wasn't a women's team tournament. I'm not 100% sure. But nonetheless, $1 million on the line for both of them.
Oh, that's good.
People are all,
yeah,
all my teams, the messaging that I've gotten, because we got a group text, we got a WhatsApp.
Ooh, like that.
I had to download an app for this because maybe some international guys playing this entire thing. Everybody is, we're trying to win this thing.
Focused.
There's some people that have jobs, obviously, now that they're adults, but then they're like reporting in on how they're doing with the conditioning and cardio. We have a camp coming up.
Let's go.
For real.
Something about the workout books, off-season workout. Oh, boom.
Bingo.
Okay.
That's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
Because a guy on our team runs those for I think the national. So we have some. Yeah, I think we're in a good spot. Legit. That's why JJ is like, "Are you starting?" I'm like, "No, we're trying to win this. We're trying to win. I'm 36 years old. Pulled a hamstring running in the fucking Thunderdome a couple weeks. No, I'm not. We're trying to win this thing. But it is going to be great to catch up with a lot of my old friends. So that's what happened last year at TST. I got texts from a lot of my old friends that I used to play with, whether it was ODP or wherever, and they're like, "Where are you? Where are you?" And I'm like, "Where? I'm sitting on my couch. I just found out this fucking thing's happening." They're like, "You should be here next year." And now with ESPN picking up, it's like a perfect tie. So I'm gonna see a lot of old friends. I'm gonna get a chance to reconnect with a lot of people from the soccer community because my ending with soccer was pretty quick and abrupt. Going into football now, even though I dedicated pretty much all my life to soccer.
You were on track to become a professional soccer player, though. That's the difference. You act like you and JJ talking about who you're going to play, who's going to score more goals. I would imagine you're going to score a goal.
I was pretty confident. Yeah. Whenever he asked that question, I was like, all right. I never really talk about it, but I was pretty good at the soccer, which is going to be. But I'm also haven't done it in a long time. I went and played with the West Virginia team in the spring of my junior year, going into my senior year. Coach LeBlanc had me out there. I think he had asked if I could potentially play in years past. Rich Rod wasn't necessarily open to the conversation, I don't think. But then once Rich Rod went to Michigan, I think Coach Stu asked me, "Hey, do you want to go see?" And Coach LeBlanc let me out there. So I went and played during the spring for a few weeks. I was so tired.
It's too much running. That's all it is, though. That's why you can pace yourself. You can kind of pick and choose when you burst, when you conserve some energy.
That was when I was 21, though. Yeah. That was when I was 20 years old. I'm 36 now.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm 250 pounds right now.
Short of
That's like riding a bike.
Yeah, it's short. It's short.
You saw Tate when he got in that ring.
No, but it is like riding a bike for some of the shit. You're right. Take just natural instinct.
Yeah.
But he's greatest of all time.
He is the greatest of all time.
Yeah, so that's
He's
not
dead man.
that's a very different story.
True.
There is some stuff that is like riding a bike. Like when I started striking a ball the other day, it was like, okay, I can still move. I can still move this thing pretty good. But boy, like running and then a ball coming at your feet, like the timing of just getting that, and then the touch being a good one so you can lead yourself to somewhere. Oh, I was in a bad spot, let alone getting tired. So then when you get tired, you have to take more steps whenever the whole thing's happening. So you're just like working yourself into it. So I did like a good 6 minutes of shit, and then I sat down. I was like, all right, I'll do another like 5 minute session. I'll do like another. I never got back up.
Sure.
Yeah, it was 6. That was a one.
Yep.
That was a one rounder for me, and then I just left. So I am very worried about that, AJ. Very worried.
My legs would be so dead after the first like 15 minutes. You know how your legs get dead when you run like conditioning tests or during camp? I think I would be there about 8 minutes into that game.
So before the lockout, I was with the Columbus Crew for like they had a training camp, and I got down to 205 pounds. I think I showed you the photo of me.
You did. Yeah, you were jacked.
Jacked, but also my head looked like an alien.
Very lean. You look great.
I had like 4% body fat, I think, on me, depending upon which one you got to. I got really down in there. Hair was very long. I mean, it was, but I was like training for it because I knew it was like potentially an opportunity during the lockout. Like, okay, I'll just play. That'd be sick. I'd play in the MLS during the lockout. That'd be a cool thing. I lost all that weight. I trained my dick off for like multiple months. I lasted 2 days in that thing. Third day, couldn't even get up. Legs just locked up in the hotel. Just completely in there. Rolling into an ice tub. Like actually rolling into it as opposed to like stepping into it because I couldn't bend my legs or whatever. It's like, I'm very worried about that. We got 50 days though.
Yeah, plenty of time.
We got 50-some days, AJ. We can figure it out. Joining us now is a man who's always in shape. A guy who I think he still treats himself as a professional athlete and also somebody that's been waiting for a while we're talking about stupid shit. We appreciate him. Ladies and gentlemen, a 13-year NHL vet, friend of the program, PK Subban.
Yeah, PK!
Hey, did you ever play soccer? Did you ever play soccer growing up?
I got a great soccer story. Very short stint. I played soccer. It was in the off season. I would have been 15 years old. My mom said, PK, just stay in shape, get out on the field, run, give your best. First game, I'm there as a defender. Free kick comes, I go to head the ball right in my own net. So I played 2 other games after that, never played again.
Okay. Smart. This ain't for me. PK said, I know this immediately.
Horrible.
The universe has just told me that this is not my sport. Hockey, though, a lot of soccer warm-ups, isn't it? Don't you guys do a lot of the soccer shit to warm up?
Yeah, and the guys always wanted to pull me in on it because they wanted to laugh at me. I was just brutal at it. I never played. And sewer ball, like you're supposed to get like a bit of a rally going. For me, I was only interested in the sewer. So I was just trying to get in guys' kitchens, and guys are like, listen, eventually they told me I couldn't play anymore because I'm breaking lights in the hallway. It just got out of control.
So
sewer ball, I wasn't a big soccer guy.
What is sewer ball? Sewer ball is you can't be the last one to touch it before it hits the ground or your bat. What happens?
Correct. So usually the guys start off, they're like, hey, let's get a rally going. And after the first touch, like, you know, no one wants to be that idiot, but I was definitely that guy. After the first touch was trying to sewer guys and get them out of the game. Usually what would happen is guys, exactly, and I would lose. So guys ended up not inviting me to play anymore. So that's my soccer story.
It's all right, PK. They remember you.
Worked out.
They played Super Bowl with a lot of people. They don't remember any of them. But PK, they'll never fucking forget whenever they played Super Bowl with PK Subban. Hey, something I might never forget. Here's the game right here. They stand around. I see this from like every hockey team, and I just assumed it was because it was a lot of like.
Forsberg's unbelievable. Forsberg, the guy with the backwards hat, right there. He's unbelievable.
So this is a documentary about it, probably here.
Yeah, Matthias Ekholm, he was never very good at it. I got to be honest. I hope he's watching because he wasn't very good. Yossi was okay. Yossi's pretty good at everything, actually, if I'm being honest. I still think he's ugly, but he's pretty good at everything.
You're saying a lot of names that we know, obviously.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Matthias Ekholm plays for Edmonton now. Yost's captain of Nashville. He's pretty good, but Forsberg's the best. He's got to be the best sewer ball player I've ever seen.
In the league, you think?
Is that him? Oh, he's up there. He's up there. He's a pretty big soccer fan, too. Like, huge soccer guy. Watch him. I'm sure he's not going to lose. He's the guy to the left there with the back. That's him getting a touch.
That wasn't on him, though.
No, PK.
That was on Eki. That was on Ekholm.
Come on, Eki.
So the last person that touches it's Dahn. And out.
Yeah, like, so Yeah, exactly. So you don't want to be the last one to touch it before it hits the ground. So the whole point of it is you're supposed to keep it alive. And then, some guys have the skill and the talent to be able to put the ball in a certain place where you have to make an effort to keep it alive. But you have to make that effort. If you don't make the effort to do it and you let it go, then what we have is sort of a battle off. The two guys that the ball split between, they go head to head. And usually that gets pretty dangerous, actually. And balls end up, there you go, balls end up in the ceiling. They end up breaking lights. It's pretty fun, though.
How long before the game is this happening?
This is actually happening right after team meeting, usually. So team meeting, if the game's at, if we get to the rink at 5 o'clock for a 7 o'clock game, sewer ball could be happening anywhere between 5:20 to 5:45. And then guys usually get their warm-up in at 6:20, 6 o'clock.
All right, well, good luck to all sewer ball players this year.
Yep.
There's a team that's going to be able to play sewer ball longer because they're going to make the playoffs, but we thought they were dead. The Pittsburgh Penguins are all the way back. The race in the East is insane, but the Penguins are the most dangerous team in the entire East of the NHL right now. PK, is that how we're seeing it?
Well, Penguins probably have the toughest schedule when you look at it. Boston, Nashville's playing great hockey, and no one wants to see the New York Islanders at this point right now. You saw what they did to the Rangers last night. But for me right now, when I look at all these teams, it's not so much about who you're playing. It's about how you are playing as a team. And right now, Pittsburgh, for me, the way Sidney Crosby, Evgeny Malkin are playing right now, I would not want to see them down the stretch. I think they're going to will Pittsburgh into the playoffs. I think they're going to be there. But I'm going to go back to what I said earlier after the trade. Could you imagine if Pittsburgh had Jake Gensel right now? Look what he's doing in Carolina. He's absolutely lighting it up. And not to take anything away from Michael Bunting. He's brought an element to their team, and I understand what he brings. But Jake Gensel is absolutely lighting it up for Carolina right now. It'd be crazy to imagine where Pittsburgh would be with him. But I got Pittsburgh making it in.
Go ahead, AJ.
What about out in the West, PK? Who do you like coming out of there? Like, who do you think is going to be hot at the right time and be able to make that run to the long playoffs?
Well, listen, there's no question the Rangers want that President's Trophy. You could see Peter Laviolette last night. He's pretty heated. Even though they're in the playoffs and they're playing the best hockey that I've seen them play in years, they're going after that President's Trophy. But I think the team that could very well be the President's Trophy team this year and also do some major damage in the playoffs, maybe end up in the Stanley Cup Final, are the Dallas Stars. They've been quietly going about listen to me, they've been quietly going about their business. No one's really talking about them. And I'm going to tell you, if you look up and down their roster, from the goaltender all the way up to Jamie Benn, the captain of their team, at the top of the list, this is a very, very deep team and a dangerous team. And they could very easily, they can do whatever they want this year. They catch fire at the right time. They stay healthy. They could do some serious damage, including hoisting the Stanley Cup. You have goaltending in this league, anything's possible. Jake Ottinger's a real deal.
Good, Todd.
It also looks like there's a good chance they could lose in the first round if they are going to be playing the defending Stanley Cup champion Golden Knights. PK, how differently will the Knights look? Because I know like a couple of the guys they acquired at the deadline still hurt. Are the Knights going to be like kind of a different team? I mean, they've been playing much better as of late, too. I wouldn't say they're necessarily limping in to the playoffs. Like, how much of a chance do they have to repeat this year?
Well, every time I watch the Vegas Golden Knights play, a competitive team this season, that I've watched them play, they come out of the gate slow, and the moment they flip that switch and they start to get on the body, get their cycle game going, and get physical, they shrink the ice. It's almost suffocating to play against them.
That's what we do.
They dominate games. And I really believe that this team is going to elevate their game to another level, maybe 2 levels, and they have it. We've seen it. We saw it last year. These are the Stanley Cup champions. I have a hard time picking anybody else other than them, especially after the moves that they've made. So it's just crazy to think that the Dallas Stars could be going home as early as the first round this year. I mean, it's the seeding, right?
Yeah.
So
that'd be a real shame going against them.
Not gonna happen, brother.
Yeah, welcome to the Oven, Paul.
Yeah.
This is what it is.
Exactly.
Sorry about it. Honestly, sorry about it out there. So what we're saying is we got a lot of great squads going on right now. There is must-watch hockey happening down the stretch here.
Pat, the first round for the NHL playoffs is much like I would not be missing a game. As a sports fan, forget hockey fans. Hockey fans are dialed in, we get that. But as a sports fan, you got to watch the first round of the Stanley. And then tell me. Then let me know what you think about hockey. Because I think this year might be the best first round that we've ever seen in sports. Like, it's that's how much parity's in the league. There's going to be a lot of good teams going home early, Pat. And by the way, your Pittsburgh Penguins could be sending a team home early.
That's what we do. We don't lose in the first round anymore. We've been doing that every single year.
Yeah.
We don't do that anymore. We're going to win this year. That's what they're saying.
Well, I think it's really going to come down to matchups. I really believe that the teams that come out of the first round, especially the top teams, like I'll give you an example. You know, the Rangers, a lot of people were pissed at me when I said that the Rangers wouldn't beat Colorado in a 7-game series. That doesn't mean they won't beat them in June if they play them in the Stanley Cup final, but I just believe that with certain teams, matchup-wise, certain teams match up better against other teams. And I really believe in the first round, a lot of these great teams are going to be faced with some difficult matchups, and it's going to rely on the coaches, the goaltending to be great, but the coaches are going to have to get creative, especially on the road with matchups and all that stuff. So there's going to be the game within the game, and that's why I think the first round is going to be must-watch TV.
Sidney Crosby, obviously the greatest of all time, outside of Wayno and Mario and Stoner is certainly on.
Wayno in Miami, he had a Florida Panthers zip up on, by the way.
Who?
Wayne Gretzky.
Okay, well, Wayno, good fashion.
Just put it out there.
He's just trying to show a little love. And Wayno is certainly, I mean, we almost got into a war with Dan Orlovsky and they farted on TV because of what he said about Caitlyn Clark, Wayne Gretzky without, he said Caitlyn Clark is Wayne Gretzky in the hockey community. He was like, can we fucking relax? We appreciate that Caitlyn Clark is great in college, but Wayne just wins like 10 straight years. Just he is the guy as soon as he gets in the league. But then he said no goal scoring and assisting, and then right into a microphone.
That's gross.
And then nobody talked about that. Exactly. But anyways, Wayno, Sid, but there's another guy who's doing something this year that the world needs to recognize. Go ahead, Tone.
Yeah, let's talk about goal scorers, PK. Austin Matthews has 66 of them this year. Is he the greatest goal scorer right now in the game?
Well, let's put some respect on Alex Ovechkin's name. 18 30-goal seasons. I think he's 43 goals away from breaking Wayne Gretzky's. He is, for sure, the greatest goal scorer to ever step on the ice. Austin Matthews will have a chance to have that title. I compare Austin Matthews kind of to like Connor McDavid and where he's at in his career right now. Connor McDavid's the greatest player to ever step on the ice. His skating ability and skill and what he can do, we've never seen a player like that. But when we talk about greatness, obviously we talk about, the eye test and what we see, but also your resume and have you won or not. I'm a little bit different. I can respect an athlete's greatness without him having a championship, but how do you look at Sidney Crosby and the body of work that he's done and not recognize him as the top 3 greatest players of all time? I think he's there, no doubt about it. But when it comes to Austin Matthews, I grew up in Toronto watching Matt Sundin play, watching that big body score some big goals. And Austin Matthews is probably a better player than Matt Sundin is. His size, speed, skill. And what I love about him, and listen, I'm not taking anything away from Matt.
That's a big take, hot take.
Not taking,
man. 66 goals, that's what you want.
Well, listen,
especially in Toronto. That's not easy up there.
He's going to score 70 this year, and I don't know a team in the league that wouldn't be bending over backwards to try to get him on their roster. He's that good. And what I love about Austin Matthews is he scores big goals in big moments, and he makes big plays. Look what he did to Pittsburgh the other night. The one-handed backhand sauce through the seam to Marner. Marner's looking for a change. Tic-tac-toe, pucks in the back of the net. So, Austin Matthews always scores, but he scores in big moments as well. And that's where I think he separates himself from everybody else and puts himself in that category.
Guy's a stud, as is Ovi, by the way. Yeah. Congrats to Ovi. Hell of a run, dude.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Go ahead, AJ.
PK, can you describe what it's like to play in the playoffs compared to the regular season? We always hear people talk about the NFL going like preseason speed, regular season, then the playoffs, Super Bowl, everything kind of picks up. When you watch playoff hockey, it's unbelievable. It seems like they're absolutely on fire the whole game, very physical. What's the difference like from regular season to playoff?
Okay, well, let's go back a few years, right? Rangers beat Pittsburgh in the playoffs, right? Okay. That series looked a whole lot different until Sidney Crosby got hurt, right? It looked a whole lot different. And that's because the stars in the game, you know, you can make your money during the regular season. You can make a lot of money based on the numbers and stats, but you can make your name in the playoffs. And I think the greatest players in our game always make their name in the playoffs. Sidney Crosby's played his best hockey in the playoffs. And for a lot of these teams, star teams, all these teams at the top of the standings, you got the New York Islanders that are built for playoff hockey. You got the Pittsburgh Penguins that have won Stanley Cups. You got the Washington Capitals, who got the best goal scorer in the game, and Spencer Carberry, who arguably, if Washington makes it in, probably should be Coach of the Year with what he's done with Washington. So when you think of those teams potentially being in a wild card spot, that means that Boston, Florida, Toronto, New York, Carolina, all those teams are going to have to go through those teams early in the playoffs. And I'm going to tell you something, that experience means something. You're going to watch in the first round. You're going to see what you saw last night with the New York Rangers and the New York Islanders. That skill part of the game is important, but there's a game within the game, and the New York Islanders are built to win, and that's because they have that toughness and that grit. So playoff hockey, you got to understand, it's a completely different game, right? So you got to elevate that intensity to another level. You have to.
That's playoff hockey. Yeah. That's playoff hockey. Yeah.
Let's go, boys.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's playoff hockey.
Empire State Building. Let's go.
Yeah, hey, we love big Empire State Building. He brought some real electricity whenever he debuted.
Oh, yeah.
Midway through the season. What was it, 7 fights? Whatever it was. Marshawn, whenever he was on, he talked about the skill during the regular season, but then he talked about the, you know, when it matters seemingly in the playoffs. Connor's got a question.
Yeah, PK, obviously the Bruins are the team that, you know, everybody hates, which is exactly where they want to be. And you mentioned earlier during this little hit that, you know, goaltending is what can take it the whole way. Luckily for Boston, they have 2 of the top 10 goaltenders in the NHL. What do you expect from the Bruins after obviously one of, if not the most disappointing series to start last year? Thankfully, Florida went all the way to the finals. But what do you expect from Boston? Obviously, it is very tough. No matter what, it's going to be a tough road, whether you're in the East, whether you're in the West. But with that being said, after that egg last year, do you think that does kind of give them a little extra, like, hey, we're not the President's Cup trophy team this year. We're not, you know, setting records this year. We're just a regular run-of-the-mill 1 seed, just looking for a Stanley Cup.
Well, it doesn't matter what Boston thinks because it's going to be a tough first round for them, no matter how they feel. You're
Oh, no.
Yeah, boom. Fuck you.
No.
That's what I thought.
Oh, no.
Can you guys hear me?
Here we go.
What? You guys hear me?
What?
Yeah. I'm back.
Hello?
What?
Can you hear me?
Hello?
PK.
What? Yeah, can you hear me?
No, it's out again.
Son of a bitch.
It might be on our end.
Can you hear him, Pat?
We heard him there for a second.
You guys hear me?
Stupid Boston question. That's why.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he just doesn't want to answer it. He never does, but I mean, that's just part
It
of
is
being
something.
a
You
fan
bring
of
up the
Boston.
Bruins, and then all of a sudden he just gets muted, though.
Celtics happens at
Can
the
you hear
end of the day.
He hung up. We were fucking with him. We could definitely hear him. But we had to oversell it because at the beginning we weren't.
Right.
Yeah, so we had to supersell that we couldn't hear him, and then too much.
Yeah. That's what happens sometimes.
Hey, that's good work, brother.
We flew too close to the sun. We could certainly hear him.
Worked our way into a shoot right there.
He's calling back? Yeah, call him back.
That's awesome.
We know.
Yeah.
We didn't waste all that time to waste all that time.
No way. Not today.
I can't wait. What I'm hearing, ladies and gentlemen, 13-year NHL vet, PK Subban.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, PK. You were in the middle of giving an answer about the Boston Bruins, and then you cut out of nowhere.
Sorry, guys. Listen, no, what I was saying about Boston, it doesn't matter how they feel about the president.
Hold on, we got you muted. We got you muted, I think. I think you're muted. I think you're muted.
I can't hear him.
This sucks.
Can you hear me now?
It's always during the Bruins question that everything goes
Picture looks
freaking
clear.
mute.
Yeah, the picture looks great.
Can you hear me?
Tell him to clap or something.
Oh.
Can you hear us? Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
I can't hear the clap.
Okay, so he said yes. He can hear us.
Oh, we can hear you.
Okay.
We can hear you, PK. Jesus.
You guys
I got
can
him.
hear me?
I got him now.
PK.
Yes.
We're the worst.
Am I back?
Yes, you're back.
We've had the whole time.
We're fucking with you.
We've had the whole time, both the last call and this call. That's on us, dude.
You guys messing with me?
Yeah. We were. It's fucked up. It's like Sewer Bowl. Sewer Bowl. We're throwing that thing at you. That's on us. Anyways, we did lose you there when you froze up during the Boston Bruins, but immediately afterwards we could hear you. You hung up because you're a professional, and we appreciate you. You come back, giving us all the Pictionary.
Yep.
All the
I got you.
Good.
We appreciate the hell out of you. We appreciate
That is so good. I love you guys more.
Good claps. Those are loud.
Yeah, loud
Claps are loud as
AJ.
fuck. Anyways, PK, the Boston Bruins, are they going to win it? And we appreciate the hell out of you, bro.
Listen, I actually don't have them coming out. I think that here's why. I think it's going to be a tough road for them. I like their team. I think they have a good team. I still think their defense is a little bit light for me. I think when you look at the teams that they could see, good power plays, heavy third, fourth in line. I'm not the most confident in their defense, but it also doesn't matter what they think about last year in the President's Trophy. They're going to be challenged by some really, really good teams. So I would like to know who Boston's going to play in that first round for sure before I would say if they're going to make it past. Because, listen, there's going to be some teams that just get the favorable matchup.
There's going to be good teams. There's going to be hot teams coming in the playoffs, had to go on a run maybe to make the playoffs.
That's right.
I think
you want to see Tampa Bay. You want to see Vasilevsky. Here's the problem with Boston. They see Vasilevsky in the first round. Vasilevsky's better than Allmark and Swayman. I don't care what anybody says.
Agreed.
Swayman. Hey, man.
And I love Sway, and I love Allmark.
How, Sway?
Boston. Love them all.
No, you don't.
You know what?
No, you don't. That is a lie. You do not love all those guys. That is a lie, PK. You are Canadian at heart. You fucking hate the Bruins, and that's why you say that they won't do well. You fucking hate the Bruins. Just say it, brother. It's okay.
All right, fine. You want to go there? Fine. There is some hate.
Boom! That's biased journalism. That is biased fucking journalism, you son of a bitch.
You're damn right. And that goes back to everybody in Boston.
Boom!
Some real hate.
Knew it. I fucking knew it.
Wow, I didn't like to hear that from you, PK. You're supposed to be right. You're the guy that we call to tell us about hockey. Didn't know you hated a city that's definitely hateable.
Yeah.
I had no idea that
I hate the city. Whoa. I don't hate the city. Listen, I still got to walk through Dorchester. I don't want to get roughed up.
Don't walk through Dorchester, PK.
Whoa. But I will say this. If they face Tampa in that first round, Vasilevsky, he's primed to steal a series. I don't think I'm sure with
Yeah, that sounds like you're hopeful, though, as opposed to giving journalism. You know, that's what everybody's saying. That's what he's saying.
He's primed to steal a series if it's the Bruins, PK, is what you're saying. If it's someone else, who gives a fuck?
I want to see some upsets. Brad Marchand already has his cup, and he's going to the Hall of Fame. It don't matter to him. I wouldn't mind seeing the Bruins golfing early.
Okay. Well, the Bruins fans, I think, after having the greatest regular season of all time last year and then having that end.
That was great.
In the first.
Yeah, can we cut this down for the playoffs?
They're not talking about Marchand already having one.
Can we please cut this down for the playoffs?
They still have the record, right? Is somebody going to beat the record this year?
No one's ever going to beat the record.
Hang the banner!
I want that jersey. Can I get my McAvoy jersey and put it up there? I want the Pasta jersey.
Yeah, you're allowed to use that as a closet if you want.
Okay, fine. So
it just has to be represented up there. Pac-Man's got a question for you, PK.
PK, my question, what's going on?
What up, baby?
My question is, when you locked in, when you was playing in a certain seed, was you one of those guys that wanted to play the last 3-4 games, or you wanted to rest your body for the long haul? And my second question is, do you think some of the big teams that are already locked in, the big name, Matthew and Toronto, like you said, do you think they sit some of these guys for the playoffs?
That's always a difficult one. I think a lot of it depends on how banged up some of these guys are. You know, nobody wants to talk about injuries or ailments that they may have from a long regular season. And that's the thing about hockey. You know, 80% of it, when you have this much parity in the league, to win a Stanley Cup, a lot of it's luck and just being healthy, getting there healthy. Like the Florida Panthers got there last year, but they weren't healthy. They weren't healthy. They couldn't. They went through too much of a war to get there.
Let the guy answer a question. Jeez.
So it depends.
We never step on top of people giving answers.
Never.
It depends on Austin.
I can't hear him again.
Son of a bitch.
Hey, stop. You guys messing with me, guys. I know you're messing with me.
That was a great question, though.
Hey, Pat, I'm way above the clouds up here. I got great Wi-Fi, so I know you guys are messing with me.
Yeah, me too, man. That's kind of part of the problem with the TST situation. But, is that a thing in hockey? Do we take, No. We don't do load management. This isn't, I'm sorry, and not to take away, but we don't do load management in our sport. That's why it's the best sport in the world. Guys lay it all on the line. Wow. They understand. Listen to me. There's no load management. Guys play injured. Guys play hurt. They play banged up. I know in football, guys play injured and banged up as well. But in hockey, I just think that we're a little bit tougher. I think we're a little bit tougher. You know, the ability to go out there and deal with things with your hands and get into it. You know, you see Matt Rempe and these guys, how we deal with issues, how we solve problems in hockey. It's a different game. But I think that there's no load management. There's no load management for us over here. Guys play through it. I think for a guy like Austin Matthews, if he's healthy, he should play all those games, try to score as many goals as he can. You only get one crack at it to have a season like this. I think you'll have a few, but in a season like that, why wouldn't you want to play all the games? AJ,
I'd play all the games.
AJ, you're soft?
No, I don't know. I think hockey players are very tough. But what about goalies, PK? I know goalies, they kind of have load management. They give them random nights off, don't they?
Yeah, goaltending. By the way, I'm just kidding. I think football players are super tough. Football's a crazy sport.
PK, you're allowed to talk shit. You're supposed to. You're representing hockey. All good. Don't you worry about us. Yeah, don't you worry about us, Bill. We will talk shit back, but that is, because I'm a punter, so I'm not the right person to do it. That's why I tossed it over to the all-time leading tackler for the Packers about, we handle it with our hands. It's like, well, there's also foreheads that go through.
Yeah. Look at his hands.
The back of, there's a whole thing. Not my position, so I will shut the fuck up, but others, in this sport.
Listen, in hockey, there's nobody smacking anybody on the head when we have a disagreement. It's drop the gloves and it's face. Hey, what were you guys doing earlier?
Oh, yeah.
A lot of that. A lot of that.
Yeah. You got to be good at this one, though. This one's you got to be good at this one, too. This one is a big.
Oh, yeah.
That one's a big part of it.
To me. Why do you think my face is so? I had the long reach, so nobody was getting anything on me. So I had the long reach. That's why all this here, this is all still intact, right? The teeth, everything's still intact. So I'm all good.
Well, that's because you got the infrared and the
bath
steam.
Yep.
Hey, I'm getting a crazy Epsom salt bath in after this. Crazy, right? I'm going.
So what does that mean? You're going to a public tub?
Nope. I'm at my place. This is my crib, dude.
I didn't know you. But
what's crazy about it?
Yeah, crazy one.
I got a tub here. A crazy tub. You want to see it?
Oh, so the tub is crazy?
The tub, what does it do?
The tub's crazy.
Tub's crazy.
It's just a deep tub. Hold on a second. If you're an Epsom salt bath person, all my Epsom salt bath people that are watching right now, usually with the tub, there's like a 2 or 3 inch difference whether it's deep enough or not, because you got to get the neck in. So if you don't get a deep enough tub, you're only getting up to the nipple or maybe the top part of your chest. You got to get that neck in. And for us, for the football players, hockey players, contact sport guys, the real men, you know what I mean? Whoa. We need to get our necks in there because our necks take a big brunt of that physicality, right? That forwardness that we have.
So in that thing flood then? So you got one of those.
Nope. I got an extra inch. I got an extra 2 or 3 inches at the top of my tub. I'm able to get my whole neck in and still have room. So I get into the tub. I sit here. My headphones are right here. They don't touch. I got my little show. I should show you the setup. It's a crazy setup in there.
We've only seen you in the tub, remember?
Yeah, I haven't seen actual.
People are like, this guy looks like an asshole. I'm like, he's in one of the greatest baths of all time.
Yeah.
That's a crazy bath that this guy's got.
Hey, don't tell me how to live my life. If I want to sit in the Epsom salt bath, come on. I'm just living.
Amen.
Hey, amen. Let's go. Amen. You do whatever the fuck you need to do, PK.
Hey, well, listen, I gotta stay loose. I gotta stay ready. You never know. But I do a lot, right? I'm boxing, I'm lifting, I'm running.
How are you boxing? Pretty good?
I'm doing it all.
Pretty good boxer?
I'm okay. I don't want to make it seem like I have 150 fights in the NHL. I fought enough. The problem was that my hands were too good, so nobody ever wanted me to fight as much. But now I want to be able to protect myself and I like boxing. I just like the sport. But you know what I do love?
It's exhausting.
Is wrestling. Hey, wrestling. I'm a big WWE guy. I was a WWF guy, big WWE guy.
Yeah.
So, Pat, listen to me. Don't be surprised if I come running down through the tunnel.
Whoa! Oh, really? You're going to come down the ramp? What are you going to do? You going to the top rope? Or are you on the? Are you ground and pound? Are you flying?
Technician.
No, honestly, I want to get put through a table or hit over the head with a chair, just so that I can, you know what I mean?
The cell.
Yeah.
So you just want to get your ass beat? I think that could happen.
Kind of.
Okay.
Kind of.
How about what if you put somebody through a table though too?
Yeah.
You know, so that there's.
I can do that.
And then the
I
receipt.
can definitely do that.
Yeah. Then the receipt's coming back. So then we at least got a highlight. You know, we can maybe put on the old. Twitter, Instagram. Hey, look at your boy PK, and then everybody will follow up. Oh yeah, but then what? And then it's you.
Yeah.
Boom. Then you going through. Now we got something. I didn't know you're a big WWE fan. WrestleMania was wild this weekend. Wild.
Dude, I've read The Rock's book. I'm huge WWE guy. Like, that's a big part of the reason why I actually got into media was the whole entertainment aspect of the WWE and WWF. When I watched with JR and The Rock on the mic, Stone Cold on the right, Chris Jericho, all that. That was like me, my brothers, and my sisters. We watched Monday Night Raw every Monday. WCW, Thursday Night SmackDown, Halloween Havoc, WrestleMania. I watched it all. So I was heavy into it. But playing hockey, my parents only had enough money to put me into hockey and pay for my equipment. I never had a chance to go to a wrestling, event, right? I didn't have that luxury. I got 4 other brothers and sisters that want to play hockey and stuff too. Exactly.
I understand. Yeah, that's an awesome. We should know by the way that you operate that you are a wrestling fan.
Yeah.
I think you can tell by when you meet people how they act if they're a wrestling fan or not. I think you can tell with how people present themselves in professional sports or other things if they're a wrestling fan or not. We should have known immediately with the way you've handled yourself throughout your entire career and also post-career that you're a wrestling fan. It makes sense.
100%. And my brothers probably owe me a lot that they both were drafted to the NHL because I couldn't tell you the amount of times that I've rock bottomed Malcolm and Jordan in my living room on the couch. I never did anything crazy because, you can't get too nuts. These are professionals that are doing it. But the rock bottom, I always catch them when they weren't looking. I turn them around, boom, drop them on the couch, pin them 1, 2, 3. That was it. My mom would say, stop picking on your brothers. That was the script for us growing up. So, yeah, Malcolm and Jordan know. They know the deal.
Hey, Malcolm and Jordan suffered the same fate as John Cena did on Sunday night 2, whenever the rock bottom was all the way back, and then people's elbow on Saturday night to a 1, 2, 3. What a weekend. What a weekend. And take.
Pat, quick story. My mom, she used to always have me clean my bedroom on Saturdays, right, growing up as a kid. And every time there was at least a 3 or 4 year period as a kid where my mom would be asking me to do stuff, i.e. clean my room. And then I'd ask her a question, and then I'd hit her with it doesn't matter. She traced me across the house. So that wrestling got my mouth. My mouth got me into trouble because of wrestling a few times too growing up. But I learned my lessons the hard way, and I'm still here.
Well, one of the first times you were on this show, it might have been the first time you were on the show, you were talking about people trying to change you and who you were whenever you got into the NHL. And you said, I got to give a lot of credit to me. A lot of people want to, and it's like, it was at that moment, we should have been like, this guy's a heel.
Yeah, big time.
This guy is a WWE fan. All right, that's awesome to hear. And I assume Nick and Hunter and everybody at the WWE just heard that and were like, great news.
Let's go. Hey, I'm on board. I'm all about it. I think WrestleMania was awesome.
Montreal.
WrestleMania was great. I'm so happy for the WWE that it's finally starting to take off. And I love you there, dude.
Watch it, PK, all right? Listen, we don't need to do all that tail end there. Yeah. Just trim that one off.
Yep.
Jesus Christ. Let's get back to hockey here, PK, as you try to ruin any future possibilities with everything. D-Butt's got a question for you, PK.
Yeah, it's kind of go with Pac-Man's question a little bit. Supposed to get Swaggy back. Coach Maurice said we're supposed to get Swaggy back for the first round. I know last year a lot of people didn't expect much going into the playoffs for us until we beat the shit out of the Bruins. What's the expectations? How should Panthers fans feel right now going into the playoffs? And kind of talked about the goalie duo. I think we have the best goalie duo in the league right now with Bob and Anthony.
Well, I would have to agree with you.
Thank you.
First of all, when it comes to the playoffs, it starts in net. any of the teams that have Vasilevsky, Shesterkin, Bobrovsky, Ottinger, any of those guys.
Aiden Hill.
Aiden Hill, thank you very much.
Tristan Jari.
Christian, you need those guys for a rainy day because you know what? Listen, some of these top teams are going to stumble. They're going to have an off game. You're going to need one of those guys to steal a game. So even for a team like Florida, who's been struggling of late, even if they were to creep into the playoffs and struggle a little bit, that's why you got Bob. But I think Florida's going to be fine. Their style of game, this is the thing. They don't have a style. They can play any style you want to play.
Scrappy.
So I think that makes them interchangeable in terms of being able to find ways to win hockey games, unlike some of the other teams. I think Florida's going to be fine. And as long as Bob's healthy, I think the sky's the limit for the Florida Panthers. I think we could very well see them come out of the East. I also have the Rangers possibly coming out of the East. Those are my two teams. But Jake Gensel and the Carolina Hurricanes, man, they look good.
Don't say that. Don't say that's
They
not
look
Jake
good.
Gensel's team. Please don't say that. Jake Gensel is
They
a
look
Pittsburgh
good.
Penguin who is currently doing what he did for the Penguins to Carolina. You're welcome. Bill Cowher and crew, a real champion has arrived into town, is what you're saying.
Jake Gensel looks unbelievable as a Carolina Hurricane.
Okay.
If I'm keeping
He looks
it real,
shitty
with
in the
fans,
uniform. He looks like trash in the uniform.
He looks great in those colors, and he's fitting in well with Mr. Jarvis. He's fitting in well with Mr. Aho. They look good. And that D looks like a well-oiled unit back there. And now Freddie Anderson. The only question mark there, Freddie Anderson, no injuries, healthy going into the playoffs, no excuses. He's got to elevate his game and play big for Carolina. And if he does, Carolina does it all. Their team is deep. Very deep.
Jake Gensel can't be leading the Carolina Hurricanes to a fucking Stanley Cup.
Looks like he might be.
That can't be happening. Not on this year.
No. There's a chance.
Maybe next. All right, PK, go get your salt. Appreciate you, PK.
Thank you, boys.
Thank you, PK.
What are you doing? When are you live in Canada full time?
Nope. I'm in New York. I go back and forth from Toronto, but I'm more in New York than anywhere else.
Got it.
I'm in the city, baby.
I don't think I know Canada well enough. Where's Montreal? Where's Montreal? Sorry. Is that
So
near?
Montreal's east of Toronto. So if you get in your car and you drive east, 5 hours and 20 minutes. It's usually 5:45. I do it in 5:20. You'll get to Montreal, Quebec. Takes 5 hours to drive there. It's a 45-minute flight from Toronto, east.
Let's
Straight east.
let's slow down a little on those roads, PK.
Jeez.
Okay, let's slow it down on the roads.
Icy.
So it's above New York? Is that where it is? Where is it above?
Yeah, it's definitely above New York. Yeah, it's got to be, right?
It's over near Vermont.
Yeah, that is
Ottawa is directly above New York.
God damn, Montreal's way over there.
Yep. What
Oh,
a city.
shit. Oh, yeah. So
Hey,
You like
Matt.
You like Montreal?
Matt, whoa,
Man.
what a city.
Nightlife's unbelievable.
Montreal. Oh, everything's unbelievable. Food, women, maybe not the weather in the winter. The winters are brutal. So, but I still love to go in the wintertime. Summertime, unbelievable. The Grand Prix weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Everything that goes.
Who cares? Who cares?
I have not missed a Grand Prix weekend
Yeah.
in Montreal in like friggin' 14 years. And I listen
Thank
to
you
me.
for
If
not
I miss it this year, yes. If I miss it this year, it'll be because I'm working. So I don't miss.
You won't
Montreal's
miss.
unbelievable city.
So is it like Nashville? Is it like Nashville of Canada?
Montreal's like a mini Europe in North America, man. Like it's
Oui, oui.
it's like
Legit.
there's
It is
no other
wild out
city.
there.
A mini
There's
Europe?
no other city. Oh yeah.
What does that
Melting
even fucking mean? What is that?
Melting
We got Royals?
pot.
A lot of different people.
Melting pot for all cultures. I've never seen a place. It's like Europe. Like people, they finish work, they go and sit on the patio. They're sitting on a terrace. They're having a coffee, and then
Throwing a chair.
it's like you go to dinner. You go
Happens.
to dinner, and like
Happens.
after appetizers, people are dancing on tables. They're popping champagne and wine. It's just that's Montreal. People live there. They enjoy life. The culture's awesome. And for me, to play my first 7 years in the National Hockey League there, I had the best time of my life.
You speak
I was
French?
very lucky. Un petit peu, un peu en français.
Oh, oui, oui. Wait.
If you were a lady, I could say some things to you, but that's That's why I spoke my most French.
I only got game in French. If it was going anywhere else, I don't know where the bathroom is. Okay,
We got game.
Okay, yeah, amen. All right, well, keep living, PK. We appreciate it. Sorry about the technical difficulties earlier when we couldn't hear you, but we could always see you, and we appreciate you, pal.
Thanks, boys. And Pittsburgh's got to keep rolling, Pat. I want to see them in the playoffs. I got them.
Yeah, me
All
too.
Sid.
Well, I don't know. I've never talked to him, actually. PK.
Hey, you call him.
Hey, thanks, boys, for having me. Appreciate it.
I thought he was going to offer a reach
Yeah.
out.
I know.
Oh,
Me
shit,
too.
I'll hit him up.
I mean, they won gold with him.
Yeah, I mean, they know each other. Yeah, that was a great goal, too, Sid. Heartbreaker. He should have been playing for America, too. Just like Messi. What are we doing?
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird how that works.
Someone call him.
Sid?
And Methy.
We need Methy on the TST team.
Yeah. Hey, you two are, you're with us now.
I think, it's tough because it is it the TST, but it's actually just TST because the first T is the.
Yeah.
So it's the soccer tournament.
I like when that happens.
The soccer tourney.
The soccer tourney. The soccer tourney.
It's I can't wait to get
What are the
down.
other team names? Do you know anyone else's team name?
Burnley.
I like yours.
Nani FC.
Is that what he's calling his team?
Yeah.
God, that is.
They got the greatest indoor player of all time on their squad.
Nani and the greatest indoor?
And Bruno Alves, Portuguese legend.
Is Pepe playing on that team too?
Pepe's still playing professional.
I'm a little bit worried. I guess Ocho's playing for a team.
What?
Any like 50 or 60-year-old guys that were studs back in the day?
Well, tell me all was coaching.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I know in goal.
Nani's team's going to be a problem.
Hold on. TST has posted.
What about the one dude that just retired? Abramovich, whatever his name is.
Zlatan
Ibrahimovic?
Come on.
Yeah, what about him? He's retired, right?
We're trying.
Bring him on the squad.
We're trying. Okay, hey, Zlatan, you are open invitation to join the Kinkefa Soccer Club. Now, that's a whole, Zlatan Ibrahimovic is somebody that brings a lot more than just incredible skills to a pitch.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't think he's getting out of bed for anything less than like 15, 20 million. So
that's going to be difficult.
Yeah.
But hey, we got $1 million on the line.
How many games you got to win it all?
I think a lot. We're in a pool. There's like a pool early where you have like 4 teams.
Yeah. A team have 3
How
teams?
many teams is it in all?
What did you say?
42 or 48, JJ
48.
said? Yeah.
The graphic said 56 total, and JJ said there was 8 women, so
48
They
teams.
just showed 3 open slots, too.
Oh, is that what that was?
Like those last 3 little money signs were like your team here.
I cannot wait. I'm trying to. I guess Ocho has a team as well. Here we go. Ocho Cinco is going to be on a team as well. So JJ, me, and Ocho have a team. Ocho's with the Natty SC, Cincinnati Legends, who will be competing for $1 million. Ocho will be on the team with them.
They don't have a chance.
No.
I feel like I was really confident in the roster that was being assembled for our team, and I started looking at other rosters. And I was like, wait a minute, everybody.
Some good players.
Everybody seemingly has the same idea that I have. Okay, we're gonna get.
We have a chance.
Ooh.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about football here. There's still some free agents available. Josh Allen just signed that massive deal with the Jacksonville Jaguars. There's still money available, and we know we're about 2 weeks out from the draft, so all eyes are on that. There's some big-name free agents that are still available right now that can maybe impact an entire team. AJ, if you're these guys, you're waiting until after the draft to sign anywhere. Are you waiting until camp? What are your thoughts on when they should sign, how they should sign?
Yeah, it's a weird time for them because, teams between now and the draft, obviously, most likely not going to make any moves to bring really anybody in. You could see something, but I guess if you're one of these guys that, everybody is established, made tons of plays in the league, probably wait till after the draft, see what teams need, see what they're talking about, and then probably sign, honestly, halfway through camp. Some of these guys are good enough.
I wonder if they already are having conversations with some teams, and it's like, hey, if in the draft it falls our way, we'll probably not be interested, but if we don't get who we're thinking about in the draft, would love to maybe work a little business.
Well, and there's all those guys, I feel like there's at least 5-6 guys on there that immediately make your team so much better. Yeah. Like Justin Simmons is unbelievable. And if he were to come in, I know as a Patriots fan, I would love to have Gilmore just to be in the room. If any of those guys, especially in New England, very young cornerbacks in there, there are 5-6 dudes in there who will make your team so much
I assume all these guys have had because Odell's visited Miami. Tyler Boyd, I know there's rumors that the Steelers made an offer, but it wasn't high enough. J.K. Dobbins met with the Chiefs and Chargers, I think. So, like, yeah, they're just waiting for the draft, right? I assume.
I would assume you clear a picture, and also not having to do some of the OTAs maybe. It's not a bad decision for some of these guys if they are afforded the luxury of having that option. Pac, who do you see on there? What do you think on there?
There are a lot of vets, so they ain't pretty much eager to sign, I would say, this early because they probably want to see what they're going into with the draft being ahead. I would wait, too. I would be waiting for right around that camp time, but it's some big names on there that's played a lot of critical downs in the National Football. Like T-Boy, he's been a go-to guy for us. Xavier, I thought he was a really good corner in Miami.
What's up with him? Why is he not signed?
I mean, he's been banged up the last few years. So if he gets fully healthy, I think he could still be a game changer for sure. You mentioned Gilmore, Justin Simmons, obviously Quandre Diggs. He always makes big plays out of that post. Surprising to see even Steven Nelson. Steven Nelson kind of flies under the radar. Played the opposite of the young kid out in Houston, but he's had a great year, great careers. Where obviously Bach.
Hunter Renfrow at Kansas City, right? Would make too much sense. Yeah. Hunter Renfrow going to like Kansas City.
That'd be perfect.
He fell off.
He fell off like a bad bag of dope for sure. So he got to get back. I don't know what happened to him, but he fell off.
Well, I mean, a lot happens. Yeah.
The Raiders, that whole thing, I'll be excited to see what they end up doing.
Yeah.
At that quarterback position.
They're talking about them being the team moving up.
Trading
now.
up.
Like obviously Minnesota with their 2 first-round picks, but Raiders are picking up a lot of steam.
And who would they want to get maybe for quarterback?
Well, I mean, there's a couple guys up there, but everyone's pointing to Jaden Daniels because of the Arizona State connection.
With Antonio Pierce.
With Antonio Pierce, but very, very tough to see that happening just because how the hell are the commies going to pass on that guy? But hey, who knows?
But maybe that's why Hunter Renfrow stinks.
Could be.
I'm rooting for him. He still got some time. I'm rooting for all these guys, man.
I mean, Michael Thomas healthy, he sets records. And granted, it's people call him the slant guy with Drew Brees, but still, like, if you were to get Michael Thomas, we were talking about the Chiefs with Renfrow. Like, what if he goes to Kansas City or even like a Buffalo? I'm surprised none of these guys have signed with Buffalo.
What about Odell Beckham Jr.?
Yeah.
Health, once again. Odell, J.K., Michael Thomas.
MVS is still out there, too. He got cut by the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Bates on here, but he signed with Seattle.
Where's he going?
Ryan Tannehill?
Yeah, where's he going to go?
He's got to wait till draft, right?
Yeah.
Certainly quarterback.
of course.
Gilmore up there, but he played off and on decent.
Gilmore solid. He's been good, kind of played well here, played well in Dallas.
He forced his way out of Indy, which I don't love.
Yeah, well, understandable, though.
Understandable. I don't love it. That didn't indicate to me that things are going good.
True.
Why is one of our best players want to get the fuck out of here? And it's like, well, we got to draft a whole new quarterback, got a new coach coming in. I'm not ready for a rebuild. And then he goes and has a great year with Dallas, right? Like, still very much still has it. All those guys do. That's why they're still in there.
There are legitimately 5 dudes on that list that if the Patriots signed today, I'd be like, let's go. We just got so much better. And also, if you need a running back, Ezekiel Elliott casually was the Patriots' best offensive player. Now, that's not saying much because they won 4 games.
Not a lot of talk about him.
No, none. And he was actually so good for the Patriots.
I'm talking about him going back to Dallas.
Yeah.
Some chatter.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
There's a free agent still available, even though he announced his retirement, and he is currently an undefeated luchador alongside Rey Mysterio and the LWO and Lane Johnson. Jason Kelce making headlines from somebody else talking about how great he is, that being Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald got a chance to catch up with the Greenlight podcast and chit-chatted about, hey, who's somebody that was a real menace? Here's what he had to say.
I guess I'm wondering, like, was there one team that always had a good plan?
Philly. I hated playing against Philly. Kelce, his little fast always ran full. He would snap the ball and run over right now and I'm like, bro, you got some good guards. Let them work. You don't got to help them every time. I'm not letting you. We're not gonna let you ruin the game. And I'm like, God, every time I played the Eagles, bro, I really never really got no one-on-ones. I probably had like 1 or 2 during the game, and that would be it. If you don't win any one-on-one that time, then you're done. You're gonna get doubled and triple team for the rest of the game.
I like that. Jason Kelce needs to continue to accept these flowers, too. You know, and I got a chance to chat with him Wrestlemania weekend, and I was like, hey, man, people that hate everybody, like people that are known haters, who are going to find reasons to fucking nitpick and chop somebody down, especially somebody that's popular, like in a New Heights podcast type popular, they even say, you're the guy. So make sure when you look in the mirror, you know, you're still an Ohio fuck, but You're like greatest greatest center of all time. Everybody seems to agree with that. I love that he's getting his flowers now from another human who's on a Mount Rushmore of football as well. Good for Kelce, man, and obviously good for Aaron Donald that your words mean so damn much in this entire world.
Yeah, I would imagine Kelce, even everything he's done in his career, it still feels really good to have a guy like Aaron Donald saying that too. And it's true, like guys like Kelce, they don't come around very often. Like a center that can, really ever. Like how he can move. Like you said, he would sprint at you to try to, let Aaron know, like, hey, you have no space. That's exactly what Kelce is. Like getting to second level instantly, head and hands. He's going to be Velcroed onto you all day long. Like, yeah, your offense has so many more like opportunities, I think, when you have a guy like Kelce snapping the ball.
Congrats, Jason.
Hell yeah.
Done good.
One of the
everywhere, too.
Offensive line coaches, too. You obviously got Scar, a long-time Patriot offensive lineman. Had out of Colts with the Howard Mudd.
Yep. Rest in peace.
Great. Rest in peace. But Jeff Stoutland University, one of the best in the business.
Yeah, and I think Kelce talked about him during his retirement speech a few different times.
There's like the video of him on the sideline of the Bucs. He like tells them and everything, but losing Kelce, that tush push, like, is that an actual? That's a conversation that thing might be. I mean, it'll still work, but to a 92% or 93%, like, it's hard to imagine that still is that successful.
I was trying to think of a word that rhymes with Kelce, couldn't find one quick enough because that tush push might actually be that Kelce can get lower than everybody and move weight better than every human in the history of football. Play.
Kelce shuffle, perhaps.
That might be what it's called when it's all said and done, especially if it ends up sucking. I hope he was great at
Incredible.
In those boots.
Yes.
Yep.
Once again, up and over.
Athlete.
He's flexing too. He's
looked great.
Sick. He was great.
What a beast. And Lane Johnson tells us, I had 2 weeks to get the body ready. I knew I was taking the top off in front of all the people. Which is wild. They can prepare a celebration, but you don't know if you're ever going to be able to celebrate because right here, if they don't do their job and protect the LWO, they don't get to celebrate.
Yeah, exactly.
So they were preparing for weeks to potentially be called upon to make sure this was a fair fight and that Dirty Dom didn't do anything dumb. And Rey Mysterio ended this thing with a splash. 1, 2, 3. Uno, dos, tres in this big-time battle. And then into the ring come the big milk luchas and Jason Kelce's up, boom, pow.
In boots.
Untied Tim's.
Always.
Same boots he wore when he was jumping out of the suite in Buffalo when it was frozen.
Yep.
You remember he landed hammered drunk.
Oh, yeah.
Jumps out there with those boots. Ice.
Yep.
Somehow core strength. Locks it back in. Nose in his head. Wow. I could have really.
That was close.
I could have really got fucked. And then he base jumps back into the fucking suite without hitting I mean, he is freak athlete, which is why, everybody's saying what he's saying. Speaking of freak athletes, Caitlyn Clark effect has now hit the WNBA. It has been announced today that 36 of 40 Indiana Fever games will be nationally broadcast next year. Last year, the Indiana Fever had one game nationally televised. Next year, 36 to 40, let's get her on TV. Have you seen the fucking ratings, is what the WNBA people are saying to the networks that cover the WNBA. So now we're living in a world where she's affecting the WNBA, hasn't even been drafted yet. But we're also looking at is the women outgained the men when it comes to viewership for the national championship. One tipped off at 9:20.
Yep.
One tipped off at 3 on a Sunday. Nonetheless, must watch. 18.7 million average for the women, 14.8 million average for the men. Congrats to the Women's March Madness, building and being everything that we thought it would be in the hype pre-tourney.
Yeah.
That is 2 years in a row where the Women's March Madness became the story after leaving March Madness. We're all pumped for Dan Hurley and that UConn team to be the most dominant dynasty and do their thing. Zach Edey's story was awesome. This guy, can they do it? Can they do it? They get there. Yeah. But the women's side, all the stars showed up seemingly at every single step. And in the national championship, you get Dawn Staley and the South Carolina team that's undefeated versus Caitlyn Clark in her last rodeo trying to win. It's like a perfect storyline. It's finite. And with that being said, we can officially say that next week on Wednesday, Caitlyn Clark will be live from the Thunderdome.
Wow.
1 o'clock Eastern hour. Caitlyn Clark, who will be the newest member of the WNBA Indiana Fever franchise after the draft, will be live here in the Thunderdome. We're very thankful and pumped. Can't wait for that conversation.
That's incredible.
But the ratings are obviously, now what are the ratings? How are they finding out this number? Who are they counting? How are they counting? And with streaming devices and different services and smart TVs and apps and phones, how do you know how many people are watching whatever? Whatever it is, it's consistent amongst both of them. For the women to outgain the men, I think is awesome. It's very wild, but I think it's indicative of all the storylines kind of coming to fruition in one big tournament for the women's game, AJ.
Yeah, it is. And do you expect this? 36 games of the Fever next year, national TV. That's a graphic, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Do you think that, is this sustainable? Are we going to continue this Caitlyn Clark hype throughout the whole WNBA season? Do you feel like it's going to be? Can we sustain this?
It all depends on how she plays.
Yeah. Also, throughout it, the difficult part is I believe the season's May 12th or May 14th. Like the NBA and NHL playoffs go till first week of June, second week of June. So if anything, there might be a slow start, but then a massive uptick after because there is nothing else.
And then the hope is also that obviously you got 36 of her games, but now you'll see the competition that she's playing. So hopefully it's a great product that'll continue to draw more fans in and keep them in it.
Angel Reese too coming into the WNBA. She's a draw.
Cardoso from South Carolina.
She's a draw. They got a lot of draws in the women's game, and then you got all the OGs that play in the WNBA just being like,
we're pretty good too.
Yeah, just wait. To your point, just wait until you see the product. It's going to grow that because I think that happened with women's college basketball. Like us, I think we're drawn in from a couple of the storylines, and then we watch and we're like, this Miami team just beat Indiana. This was last year, and they got it is good. Rising tides lift all boats, which is why whenever you hear people talking their shit, it's like you are zoomed in on the picture here. You need to zoom out. This is opportunity for everybody, hopefully going forward, which is what we're expecting to take place.
And you got to give Coach Dahn in South Carolina big props too for being undefeated. And LSU, everybody wanted to see the rematch again. It's a lot of good girls basketball. We was talking about this earlier. It's not like it used to be. It's like it's very competitive, I would say. It's 3-4 people that's good. Then it used to be one person that's good.
And it's fast.
Yeah.
They move. It moves.
Oh, yeah.
I think that is a potential sometimes to drop off from one sport to another, whether it's pro to college or male to female. Is the speed is just different. So it's it looks a little different. The women's college basketball game is.
They go. They get out and go. It's running and gunning.
So many buckets.
It's
literally bucket every single time.
And the shots are just so silky.
Oh,
It is
high scoring.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good product.
Yeah, we get a chance to watch them get coached, for 3-4 years, fully mature, and then you see that product. Like me going to UConn in 2004, I didn't have that respect for the women's game. That summer playing with those women, playing with those girls, I'm calling it dude because a lot of guys back. Oh, if I got on the team, I go out there. I'd be Joanna man out there, but actually been on the court with the Renee Montgomerys, the Barbara Turners, Tarasi Bird, whoever coming back, seeing Bree Stewart, just seeing those ladies in person go to work, it's a different beast. So I'm glad more people are seeing it now.
Great sport. Congrats.
Oh, yeah.
Congrats.
Pumped.
But if you're getting 14 or 18 million average, 24 million, you're doing good in 2024.
Yeah.
A lot of options for content.
Do you think this is them saying hey, you're not going to the big three. We're going to put you on TV every time and maybe give you a little bit of extra money for that?
If they give her a little extra money, though, that sets precedent.
Yeah.
That is the whole...
Yeah, salary cap, right?
Yeah, they can't.
It's an interesting dynamic for business-wise how it's going to work.
It'd be some kind of marketing deal.
Oh, I would
definitely marketing deals.
I would guess that her salary with the WNBA is the least of her concerns. Right
but it should.
No, I mean, she's not going to be oh my God, I'm not going to be making any money. She obviously wants to change this for the future.
I understand that as well. But when you're walking into an arena and you fucking sold that place out,
true,
and everybody's profiting off of it,
true.
There is a little bit of hey,
true.
What the fuck? Which you're kind of seeing take place right now in college sports as a whole with the NIL. Guys are still walking into stadiums that they're selling out, but they're able to make money elsewhere. In the pros, it's hard not to be so that suite right there, that one suite is my salary for this entire year. You got to really buy into we're here for the growth of the sport, growth of the league. That is a real... because there's going to be business people that are like, you're getting fucked. You are the reason that this merch that's being sold up here, the concessions that are here, the season tickets that are here, the TV deal that is here, the marketing on TV deal, you are a massive reason. But with the way the league is constructed, you just got to keep, you got to say, she's going to be every commercial. We understand that. But like the people that are definitely benefiting from it, are also, hey, it's the rules.
Yeah, without a doubt.
78,000. I'm sorry, that's literally all we can give you. That's all it is. And it's like, well, wait a second. Connor just paid 20,000 for fucking season tickets. That's one person.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, but if they open it up to her, it's a precedent now.
It's tough
for future.
But
it's a weird dynamic.
Like looking to the future, like Paige Bucket's probably number 1 pick next year. I mean, no one is a draw to what Caitlyn Clark is. Like I think everyone can accept that.
I don't know if people will though.
Yeah, well,
they have to.
And that would be problem
real
one.
Real world.
They have to.
That can't be an argument at this point.
Like no one have done what she's done.
But like Paige Bucket's
not an argument.
So hopefully that's reality and common sense. People will think like that, but that's not how it'll go. No. There'll be somebody else that'll come along and do something. Like maybe it's even Juju at UFC, where they're already saying she can break Caitlyn's records. They're already starting to do that. And it's like, if you open it for Caitlyn and then Juju comes in and she's this superstar, and now granted ratings, I hope they're bigger than ever.
Yep. Yeah.
I hope they continue to go up into the right. But they'll figure out a reason for why the ratings aren't, but you did this for Caitlyn, you don't do this for Juju. It's like, that's a really, for the WNBA, I assume they are trying.
Yeah, they're not going to
They're trying their best to not,
Absolutely. They don't want those numbers coming out. They don't want her salary coming out too much. They don't want people knowing exactly what she makes.
That kind of happened with the NBA, though. Obviously, the WNBA is such much a younger league, right? As far as how long they've been around. The NBA, before Jordan came around, like those crazy salaries weren't like that. Before Michael Jordan did what he did, being able to even play and get injured away from the game, changing those type of clauses. So I'm not saying Caitlyn Clark is Michael Jordan, but when you look at the impact that she's had on the women's game, I think it's comparable. So I think it'll continue to change and go that way for sure.
Yeah. Especially if the ratings go up, you can sell
Especially
more.
if she balling.
Well, she's balling. That means tickets will continue to sell because everything's like business-wise. Like, well, why is that their salary cap? Well, the amount of money that the teams are making. Right. Well, why aren't the teams making the same amount of money? That's unfair. It's like, well, they don't have anywhere near the
league can't survive
amount of value. Yeah, at this exact time, they don't have. But if you're moving merch, tickets, and ratings, it's like, well, the business people should be able to make. So that's good for everything gets heightened in there.
Yeah,
everything gets up there. But Caitlyn's going to have to commit to being like, I will help the future of the WNBA. I will lift this league up while State Farm is paying me $10 million a year.
Exact. Gatorade.
Gatorade.
Right.
Nike is doing all that.
Getting the shoe.
Is awesome. Congratulations to everybody in the women's basketball world for putting on a product that the world is getting introduced to in a much bigger way than ever before. And I can't wait to watch the Olympics.
Yeah. Bingo.
Ooh. I can't wait to. I can't wait to watch. I'm a fan of women's basketball.
Yeah.
Never thought I would. I'm a football guy.
We always slaughtered the rest of the world. It's not even.
What women?
It's not even close. It's like the '92 Dream Team, like every
times 10
every year.
We'll beat everybody by 50 or 60
at least.
Okay, that's good. That's good for us too. We can just be American assholes.
Bingo.
We like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We like opportunities to be able to do that and be right. Remember, we used to be able to do it with the gymnastics team.
Yeah.
I think we still can. I think women's soccer team, we used to be able to do it.
Yeah.
And then
they
get a little.
Of course.
They just won the She Believes Cup, so
huge win.
Huge. What cup?
She Believes Cup.
She Believes.
It's the number one cup in all of the world.
After
She believes.
Yeah.
She
believes.
She believes.
Yeah.
She believes that. She believes that we will win. She believes that we will win. She believes that we will win.
And we were the ones that she believed would win, and we did.
Yeah.
Who'd we beat, Gump?
Beat Canada. It was a really good game. Did you see how Canada tied it at the end?
Oh, man, it was crazy.
That was pretty sweet.
But we believe.
Yeah, it was a good game.
In the end, though.
I love the She Believes Cup. Always have.
Well, she believes
Watched
that we
the
would
final
win.
last night. It was a good
and
game.
she was right, wasn't she?
She was.
Yeah.
She always is.
2-2 went into penalty shots. Really good game.
Absolutely. And then you saw what she did at the end.
You saw the goalie save, goalie go, take PK, goalie go back to net save.
Yeah, MVP.
Yeah.
Boom.
She believed.
The goalie did get MVP. Stood on her head.
Just like you fucking
That's what I was
believe.
reporting. I wasn't predicting.
Fucking
Thank you.
said it would.
She believes that we would win it. We in America.
Olympics too. Men basketball. Fine. Everybody's playing, so that is going to be just as fun.
Who's
to
our
watch.
team? Braun?
LeBron, KD, Steph, Tatum,
Embiid, plucking guys who aren't from the U.S.
Anthony Edwards.
Ant-Man. Like, legit. We
What about Kawhi?
Kawhi?
I don't know.
Yeah, he should play if he's healthy. Hopefully he can.
What's that? It sounds like he's
Make
not
it
playing.
work.
Tatum playing?
Tatum's playing. Yeah, Tatum's starting, my friend. He's not playing. Okay.
Okay.
He's one of the faces of the league.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody's saying that.
Well, actually, no. Nobody's saying that. Funny enough, nobody's saying that. That's
Why is that? Why is
the
nobody
only
saying-
team with 60 wins, the clear number one seed?
Too good to
It's
talk
the
about.
same with PK. Yeah. No one gives
Legit.
a fuck.
Got to get a ring.
No one wants Boston to win. It's always been that way.
Oh.
And we are very okay with that. And we are very okay with that. That's how it should be when you are at the top of the mountain, as they have been. But also, they haven't won a ring yet. But also, with that being said, Tatum's 26, Jordan, Steph, KD, LeBron. None of them won a ring by 26, but that's fine. That's just the cross that we bear as Celtics fans.
Well, we appreciate that. We don't think it's fair that Celtics don't get.
I know you guys don't, and I
I'm on your
appreciate
side.
that. Thank you.
I think it's fair.
Not talking about.
Yeah, they beat up on the league when it was like 6 teams. So yeah.
That's because you're a Heat, Mark.
Yeah, you won because of LeBron. So
Huh? What
we
you
had
say?
one
Is
before
Wemby
LeBron.
playing for
with
France?
Shaq, right? So,
Yeah.
with Shaq.
Is Wemby playing for France?
No, and Wemby,
I'd
yeah,
assume so.
Wemby and Gobert are
Are
playing
we going to be able to score?
for sure.
That fucker just doesn't let people score, right? Isn't that his thing?
Yeah,
His new logo too, sick.
sick.
Have you seen this alien Nike logo?
Yeah, the
that's
video made it so much cooler.
Well, just I don't care what the
The logo.
logo is sick.
Yeah.
He got an alien head on there with a little Nike on the side of
Yeah.
it. It's like, I'm happy he's buying into the fact that I'm not from here.
Yeah, there's also kind of leaks coming out about his trash talk as well, and his trash talk is hysterical. Zeke, if you could just search Wembanyama trash talk. No, it's not in French, but it's kind of like what they said about Tim Duncan. Like, he's so big that it's kind of quiet, and they'll be, go up with it. Go, shoot. Go ahead. Oh, you're scared. And, like, that's how it is being described.
Oh, yeah, I saw on X, I think somebody put out a post that he's so tall that by the time it makes it to you where you are, it sounds like a whisper.
It's a whisper, yes. Bingo.
Because
Yes.
it's so far away.
Yeah, boom. So you saw the same thing I did. Yeah,
Yes.
and he's, like, urging you to shoot the ball so he can block it.
Yeah, and he does.
And he does.
But France ain't going to do that to the United States.
No.
No.
If they had Embiid and Gobert and Wemby, maybe, but
no.
That was the plan
Still wouldn't.
originally, too, is that they were going to have Gobert be the center, Embiid be the power forward, and Wemby be the small forward on the France team.
Isn't he from Cameroon? He can just play wherever the fuck he wants.
Yeah,
France
apparently.
thought they had a chance to get him.
What are you talking about?
French has,
Embiid.
Cameroon has big French ties.
Yeah, I think he has he's
Still? I mean, what are we talking about here?
Yeah, Napoleon.
Citizen.
Yeah, that was
But the world is
300 years ago.
a lot more competitive on the men's side.
A lot.
For
People
sure.
have gotten better, and the NBA reflects that.
Even Canada's good.
Coming international game. Before we get out of here for a 4-day weekend, Pac-Man, I think we need to do a giveaway, don't you think?
What we got?
What do you want? You tell me. What do you want to do? You did golf last week. It was
Nails.
fantastic.
Almost too easy.
Never a doubt.
If you want to do that again, you can do that again.
No, I'll do something different.
Okay, what do you want to do? It is Masters of golf.
Yeah.
It is. So maybe just do 4 out of 7 instead of 3.
That's a lot more pressure, though. I don't know.
We can get it.
I even golf.
He has. He lives.
Put it the other hole. Put diagonal to the other hole.
He said he's scoring in the 80s every time he's going out.
I believe it.
Pac can hit the
Is
ball.
that so big?
After the putting that we saw last week, yeah.
I had
That's where you make your money.
Damn. 275.
You made it?
What'd you say? What did he say?
Hold out.
You hold out from 275?
There we go.
How many do you think? Which you going to the right hole? One closest to the stage? Okay, let's go 3 out of 7 to the left hole, the one furthest away from the
like
stage.
that.
Boom.
3 out of 7. 20 people will win $500 if Pac-Man Jones can bury 3 out of 7 to the far hole there. This is the first time this particular contest has been tried. Okay, going to get a read on the first couple.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Still just got to go 50% here. That's no problem for you, Pac. Sweet fit, obviously.
Get going, ball. Get going, ball.
That's good. Boom.
Perfect.
He has found it.
Yeah. Perfect.
The speed.
Yeah. Perfect. Money.
I mean, that's a perfect roll.
Yeah.
Pac-Man currently 1 of 2. Has to go 2 of 5 to win 20 people $500. Pushed it a little bit.
Like that one. Yeah, your club face, Pac.
Yeah, a little bit opened up. Got to go 2 of 4 here for 20 people to win $500. Adam Pac-Man Jones.
There it is.
Pushed it.
Oh, it's a confident stroke, though. Good confidence.
Good pace.
Yeah, it's a long
Good
way
speed.
away.
Walk in here.
It's a long way away over there to the left.
Big putt.
Good hands.
Man, you got to hit it.
Pac-Man
Get in there.
Jones.
Perfection.
It's got to go 1 and 2 here for 20 people to win $500. There's some real
Come on, Pat.
intensity.
Bit of a knee knocker here.
A little bit. It has a little bit of a break.
Black hole in the green.
Right in the middle of his. Okay, here we go. Comes down the last ball.
Boom.
Love it.
All right, Pac.
Ladies and gentlemen, on this eve of the Masters of Golf, if Pac-Man Jones can make this putt, 20 people will win $500. He's already made 2. Needs 1 more for the people.
Boom, boom.
Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Left it short.
Oh,
no.
Right on, too.
That was a good putt.
Damn.
That was a good display of putting. Only one of them would have rolled off the green. The others would have been tap-ins. Adam Pac-Man Jones, great work this week.
Yeah, good effort.
We won for him last week. They won't remember
effort.
that, but we will.
Mm-hmm.
We appreciate the hell out of you. Thank you all so much for allowing us to do this for a living. Wrestlemania weekend was fantastic. These last 3 days have been a blur, but I have enjoyed every single moment of it. We hope you have a blast watching what's going on down there in Augusta, Georgia for the next 4 days. There's also a lot of hockey and basketball.
Right.
And on Monday, we'll be wide ass open. AJ, have a great weekend, pal.
You too, guys. Had a fun week at WrestleMania. I didn't get to go to the actual event, but everything around it, Friday, Monday, was awesome.
Well, thank you for stopping down and experiencing the energy that was WrestleMania 40. Boys in the back, great work. Great work, boys. Out here, everybody, you guys are crushing it. Absolutely crushing it.
You too, bro.
To our families, we can't thank you enough for being such positive forces on us so we can do dumb things for a living. I'm very, very grateful and thankful. I'm going to go hang out with my baby and wife for a few days. I assume the boys are going to be doing the exact same. And on Monday, we're back better than ever.
Hell yeah.
Better than ever. Woo! We'll see. I'm sure the show's going to stink, but we appreciate you for watching. Be a friend. Tell a friend something nice. It might change their life. We're in this thing together, okay? If you poop this weekend, use dude wipes.
Amen.
That's one final parting message.
Yep.
Use dude wipes this weekend.
Always.
If you take a shit, try it out. It's going to change your life.
Forever.
We're in this thing together. Team on me. Team on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Team.
Goodbye.